we go. A chance over to the near side. We're going to have to replay this horn. Down low to the near side they go, battling for possession. Zaka in the offensive end, going to be over there to Middlestad, over to Zaka. Zaka, he shoots. He scores! That's a trick. Didn't have to go. Face off. And the gloves drop immediately. We got a fight breaking out here. Kostelic giving some punches up against Sam Carrick. They're right at the center ice. Going to be a big shot and a big win by Mark Kostelic, as he gets ripped down by Carrick after the fight. That's going to be an added penalty. That's going to be a game misconduct, I think, for Carrick. And the Devils are going to clear that zone over to the near side. Here comes Heischer on a chance. A shot denied. Rebound shot. What a save by Carter Hart. Waiting for it is, I believe, it's going to be, it's not going to be Marner in front of the net. Here comes a chance. A shot. He scores! This is going to be Paul Cotter on the first shootout, taking it in towards the net. Going to make a shot. Deflected by Carter Hart. Jesper Bratt moving in. He takes a shot. He scores! Jesper Bratt gets the first goal of the shootout. The Devils have a 1-0 advantage. Here we go. Mark Stone. No attempts this season on the shootout. Here's his first. Moving into the near side, over to the far. He shoots, and it's gloved by Jake Allen. Mitch Marner, ready to go. Taking it in from the near side. Working around with speed to the far. He goes, and he scores! Oh, no. Did he double shoot it? Yeah, it's correct. Gloves immediately coming off. We got a fight right here at the beginning. Who is that? Zadorov and number 47, that's Struble, going at it right at the opening whistle. And here we go. Zadorov laying a couple of fists. And it's going to be back against the boards on the near side. A couple fists going either direction. Still clinging on to each other over on the far side. Now they're all the way back into the Bruins offensive end. Still on their feet. Still laying punches. The helmet comes off of Struble. And still laying some punches to Zadorov. And now Struble trying to get back in this fight. But Zadorov is absolutely dominating it. And they break it up on the boards. Up to the top of the zone. Over to Mantha. Intercepted. And here comes a breakaway chance for the Flames. He shoots. He scores. Connor Zary getting the first goal of the game on a breakaway after an interception. There's the goal horn. There it is. I was wondering when that was going to proc. But yeah. Going to take the draw and going to be won by the Pens. That's going to be Kindle. Up to the near side to Shea. Shea working down low. Going to try and take it behind the net. Trying to create some room. Over to the far side, to the top of the zone, over to St. Ivan. He sends a shot, deflected. Oh, I thought that was in the net. It went over to the far side. Battling down low in front of chance. A shot. He's gone!
He will not be denied twice. He will not be denied twice.
Billy Quinn, let's frickin' go. That's how you do it, my boy. Passing back over to Novak. Novak taking it around over to the far side. Going to try and connect with Chinikov if he can. But here we go. Oh, boy. Here we go over to the near side. Carlton passing across. A chance. A shot. He's on! Let's win! Let's freaking go, baby! Save the kid!
Took it on his...
Save the kid!
Took it on his shoulder and said, let me just clear this one.
That is how you do it. Save the kid. Clearing the Penguins bench. Let's let that horn sing, baby! That is how you do it. The Pens pulling a comeback win off and not blowing it. That is how you freaking do it. That is how the Pittsburgh mother-loving Penguins do it. If they keep playing like this, we'll be covering Penguins hockey late into the summer. Let's go! The Pittsburgh Penguins getting a big overtime goal. Ready to roll. Face off in the Pens offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Red Wings. Sider along the far side boards. Up through the far side. Battling into the neutral zone. Taken back by the Pens to the near side. Here comes Crosby. Looking to pass it across. I the chance. A shot. It's gone! Rose! Front of the net, working with that puck, clearing it out is Kindle. A chance, a breakaway, he shoots, he scores! Igor Chinikov! Getting his first goal as a Penguin! Let's go, baby! 2-0 Penguins! Let's go! That is how you freaking do it. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of JasonsRealm here today, joined by my dad. How is it going today, Dad? You're not mic'd yet, but you are live right now. How's it going, Dad?
Okay.
Yeah, we are here going to be providing live play-by-play coverage and reactions to the Winnipeg Jets hosting the Montreal Canadiens. This is going to be our last stream before the Olympic break for the NHL. And this is the last chance these two teams have to show us what they got before the break, as their next games will be played the last week of February for both of these teams. So, Dad, what would you say are a couple of big things that need to happen this game, both for Winnipeg and Montreal?
Winnipeg needs to win because they're so far down. They need to start to get on a winning streak, put some games together. You know, play good, have good defense, and get a couple goals early. Montreal, I mean, they just need to continue on getting goals and play defense. I mean, it will help us.
Yeah? How's
They
it going,
have a
Aaron?
little bit of a they have a little bit of a leeway because they're up higher. I think,
Not
right?
really. Buffalo,
Not really?
Buffalo
Okay.
is like right on their throats. Buffalo is riding right on their back for that third place in the Atlantic Division. They're tied in both games played and points.
Yeah, but then they're
They got
in the
7
wild
points.
card,
They
right?
got 7 points ahead of the not being a wild card team. Yes, but you want to be safe in the top 3.
Understood.
So they got a lot to play for themselves here. But this one gonna be played here in Winnipeg tonight. How's it going, Petsko?
What is the this year? Who's winning the series? Who won the series so far this year?
I can pull it up
because
here
I
real
think
quick.
this is the last game between the two this year. I think that's what they said. I
Well,
could be wrong.
so far it is, and Montreal beat them the last time they played. This is the second of 2 games that they'll be playing each other. The first one was on December 3rd, and that was in a shootout. Oh, it's all right, Petsko. It's all right, man.
Okay. Oh, they only played twice. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Also, we got a special guest somewhere. Bagel,
Bagel.
come here. We got a special guest, huh? Come on. There you go. We got the Bagel here as well. Gonna be
Now,
providing
let's see.
some reactions.
Wait a minute. Let's just take this. Okay, Bagel. Who do you think is going to win this series?
Very good insight. Huh. Very good insight, yeah. She's gonna be here covering some games with us as well, huh? Yeah. Let's see. It was funny. My mom just started to watch football, and she's like, "We're gonna watch the Pro Bowl." I'm like, "Do you know how they play?" She's like, "Isn't it regular like this?" I'm like, "Sure." Then I turned on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Pro Bowl games. They ruined the Pro Bowl in my opinion.
Yeah, with the flag football.
What needed
Yeah.
to happen if the NFL wanted to make the Pro Bowl re-engaging again? Don't deal with all of this crap. Bring back the quarterback challenge. Remember that? Back in the day? The quarterback challenge. Move it back to Hawaii first and foremost. And then, so move it to Hawaii. Make it be like a thing leading into free agency. Not this right between the Super Bowl week. You know what I mean? Give players who played in the Super Bowl a chance to be a Pro Bowler as well. And bring back if you're going to do a skills competition, shrink it a little bit and bring back the quarterback challenge. You remember that, don't you, Dad?
Was that the throwing of the?
Like they have all all the throwing challenges with all the
Yeah.
quarterbacks. Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on. Let me pull it up here. QB challenge. Yeah, they would bring all the players on. It was classic. They'd do like long distance throw, accuracy throws, all that stuff. They ruined the Pro Bowl. They ruined the Pro Bowl over the years. But we are getting ready here for this one here. Should be a fun game between these two teams. We'll see Connor Hellebuck in action for the Jets. And Sam Montembeau, we've already seen him a couple times this year on this channel. We'll be seeing him tonight as well in goal for the Montreal Canadiens. Isn't that right, Bagel? She don't care anymore, huh? But yeah.
She's exhausted.
They're going through their starting lineups now. At some point, I want to move that stinking tripod out of the way, but
Yeah, I noticed that.
I don't want to get up right now to do it, but I want to move it.
Here. Oh God, I gotta get up. Oh me.
Oh yeah. What are they even doing? What kind of flower hippie crap is going on here? They're doing some sort of flower thing.
Oh, the flower kids. We'll go back to the 70s. Like, peace.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then she saw people having glasses and beans. It was so funny. Oh, beanies, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
What?
About how Aaron's mom watching the Pro Bowl and being shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is crazy.
I mean, I understand why they went to the flag football to protect, their investment. But I think they could do something better than that.
What's next? What's next? Two-hand touch? Standing within 5 feet is down? That's where they're going.
I think it should be, instead of that, it should be a skills competition, and whoever wins the Pro Bowl. Wins it.
Yeah.
You have multiple different things over a couple days.
Or what you do is you could make it I don't know. There's ways that needs to be fixed. I think you still gotta keep you're never gonna have a moment like you have with Jeff Saturday anymore, because the Pro Bowl is no longer the Pro Bowl. Remember when Jeff Saturday took an AFC snap when he was on the Packers? So he can get one final snap with Peyton Manning? You're not gonna end up with that kind of stuff. Occasionally you ended up, I think, with like the digs on digs action, but I don't know. There's many ways that it needs to be changed. Oh, they're doing all of their Olympic send-offs.
I think they lost a lot of people whenever they went to flag football.
Oh, by far. And they can't even do something like what the NHL does. The NHL was a win last year. Their changing of the All-Star game, massive improvement.
What was it?
The Four Nations?
Oh, yeah.
Massive improvement. It was incredible. And now you basically have it again with the Olympics. The Four Nations was incredible. So, but the NFL can't do that because football games are a lot more taxing on the body than a hockey game, at least in the sense of how much physically you take. And that just shows in the workload.
And they're just concerned that they don't want somebody to get injured and then all of a sudden the whole season, the next year and all that.
Yeah.
That's their concern. If you could get past that, that's why they went to the flag football.
Yeah. I'm pretty big and love playing football, and no determination to be like that online who cooked. Yeah, I mean the whole Pro Bowl situation was just a complete mess. I mean, it's to the point where I used to watch the Pro Bowl. I would tune into the Pro Bowl. I don't anymore. They made it a joke.
The only thing that I would tune in for right now wouldn't be the actual Pro Bowl game. It would be more the skills competition if I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I don't even know how you make it like the NHL's in a sense,
I don't know.
And I don't even know how because the thing is, I think the NFL just wimped out because you're gonna have risk of injury. You cannot eliminate risk of injury. You know? That's the problem. That's why, you know, I like what the NHL did. They made it more meaningful in terms of the tournament. Yeah, it takes a bit longer to do than the, you know, than the single All-Star game on the All-Star break before, but it is a well worth it change and a worthwhile change. So, but this year they don't need to worry about it because their All-Star break is the Olympics. You know, now that the NHL players are finally allowed back in the Olympics, which is crazy that they've been disallowed for 12 years. But they are back. That's not right. Yeah. Although he was hospitalized. I did not know that.
Who?
McConnell.
Huh.
I did not know that. I saw this thing on X. I'm like, well, that's not right. McConnell didn't pass. But he was hospitalized with flu-like symptoms. So, man, MLB, NBA, and NFL could take some tips from NHL and All-Star games. Yeah, but at the same time, MLB and NBA, yes. I don't know what the NFL takes from it. You know what I mean? I don't know how you implement a type of style similar to the NHL with the NFL because just of all the wear and tear. I mean, players can't play more than one game every 4 days, and even that's a very tight turnaround, you know? There's a reason the NFL doesn't put teams on short weeks every single week. Though, did you hear the Penguins have a suspended player for pretty much the rest of the season?
Who?
Caleb Jones, defenseman, for PEDs.
You see the Steelers got a new offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I did. The quarterback's coach from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Now we can have J.J. McCarthy like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Or should I say 9? But here we go. Face off at center ice, won by the Jets, taking it over through center now into the near side. Into that offensive end, off the stick of Connor's shot. Not going to go to the near side. Clearing it back out the other way. Whoa. That's crazy. So along the near side, down low into the corner of the Canadiens with the puck off of the stick of Kirby Dach. Around the boards, trying to move it down low. And Montreal coughs it up. Winnipeg taking it. Never mind. Winnipeg can't control it. And Montreal gets to the center ice. Dumps it in, goes for a change. Back on in behind the net is Morrissey. But yeah, Gavin McKenna charged with a felony aggravated assault, misdemeanor simple assault, and 2 summary offenses. And wasn't he like the consensus first overall pick? Wow. On top of the zone, the Jets sending it into the near side, around to the top. Back down low again behind the net, off the stick of Velarde. Trying to move it around towards the near side, still tied up into that corner. Gonna try and eventually move it up towards the top of the zone, taken still by Winnipeg, down low in front of the net. Shot, not gonna go. And wrapping it around, not able to connect the Canadiens, taking it back in behind the net off of the stick of Slavkovsky. To the far side, up along the boards, clearing it out, no icing behind the net of Hellebuck. To the near side, the Winnipeg Jets taking it. Wing-to-wing pass there from Sandberg, and dumps it up into the offensive end for a chase into the far corner. Any thoughts on the Panarin trade? I think it was a bit underwhelming in my book, if I'm being honest. The Panarin trade. Artemi Panarin traded for a forward from LA Kings. Basically a trade of forwards plus LA threw in a couple of conditional picks. I feel like they could have got a little bit more out of that. But, again, you got picks. You got a developmental forward. So, that's your benefit there. But Morrissey behind the net.
Who won the trade, do you think?
I think the Kings won it, if I'm being honest. I think the Kings did win it. But to the near side, up on into the offensive end for Nyquist, and it's going to be offside. Yeah, let me double check the me double check the thing here. Panarin. There we go. Let me take a look here. Just double checking the trade details. So along the near side, the Jets going to dump it up into the offensive end behind the net of Montembeault. To the far side, they move. The Canadiens passing across to the near side. Taking it up the other way. Into the offensive end to the near side. Taken back off of the stick of Shen. Towards the top of the zone, maintained by Montreal. Down low, going to be off the stick of Veleno. Moving it around the near side. Trying to find some help. Goes down into the corner. Taken back by Winnipeg for the time being. Off of the stick of Stanley. Moving it out the other way. Here comes Winnipeg up on into the offensive end. Off of the stick there of going to be number 36, Morgan Barron. Behind the net, taken back by Montreal. Over to the near side is going to be Veleno with the puck. Passing it back. Able to connect there with number 53, going to be Noah Dobson. Looking to find some room to the far side. Passing it up to the blue line. Connecting, but not able to control the puck. Going to be taken back by Winnipeg. Up to center, to the near side. Off of the stick of Kyle Connor. Down low in the corner, racing for that puck. Battling for it, goes loose to the near side. Taken back by Montreal. Up through center they go. Into the offensive end, going to dump it behind the net of Hellebuck towards the far side. Moving it along the boards, going to be off of the stick there and moved out the other way. That from Solomonson. And over to the far side, Solomonson dishes out a big check along the boards. Back in behind the net to the near side. Puck goes loose. Montreal sending it back down low to the far side. Tied up, taken back. That's going to be Solomonson. Moving it out now through center. Up on into the offensive end. Going to move it. Sending it down low behind the net to the near side. Going to be along the board. Tied up for that puck. Moving it to the top of the zone. Man, Montreal takes it back into the defensive end. Trying to create some room. All right, so over to the near side. Taking it back in behind the net again. All right, so still out of the defensive end now. Going to pass it out off of the stick of Mike Matheson into the offensive end. Montreal going to dump it. Behind the net of Hellebuck over to the near side. And trying to move it out, the Winnipeg Jets will, but going to be taken off of the stick there of Carrier. And loose and taken back by Winnipeg. Shot, not going to go. A great chance by Cole Perfetti. And a shot from the corner going to be easily scooped up by Montembeault. But let me double check here the details on this trade. So I want to make sure I have the right details.
That'd be good before you comment on it, huh?
Well, I remember some of the details, but I can't remember the specifics. I remember there were 2 conditional picks and a forward sent over in exchange. And we got a penalty right off the faceoff now from that far circle, waiting to see who's going to the sin bin. It's going to be the Jets getting the power play. Montreal going to the sin bin. There's going to be 2 minutes. 2 minutes for high sticking. Let me see. Yes, so the Kings traded Liam Greentree, which is a prospect, a conditional 2026 third-round pick, and a conditional 28 fourth-round pick to the Rangers for Panarin, who comes with 50% salary retention on his $11.64 million deal. Panarin extended immediately at $11 million AAV as the Kings aim to. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I feel like the Kings won that trade. I mean, they got a 50% retention, and around in front of the net, chance taken back by the Canadiens, top of the zone, maintained off of the stick here of Morrissey, sending it to the near side, connecting over to Shifley. Shifley passing top of the zone, shot gonna go wide, and Montembeault not able to control. Shifley shot in front of the net, not able to connect. And over to the near side, the Jets taking it to the top of the zone for Morrissey. Morrissey over to the near side, Shifley down low, trying to connect in front, shot not gonna go. A chance there by Velarde. Backing around to the near side, top of the zone look now going to be for Morrissey. Cross over to the far side, back down low to the corner, back up to the blue line to the point. Moving it around to the near side and sending it down low off of the stick of Kyle Connor. Back over to Scheifele. Scheifele down low on a pass. Cross in front. Shot. He scores! The Winnipeg Jets converting on the power play.
I think that whole power play was in the offensive side the whole time. So
Yeah.
they scored.
Let me see. Noise gate. Let me increase the noise gate just a little bit on me. Okay. There we go. That should be good. And then let me change your noise gate a little bit, Dad. Filters. Edit filter. Noise gate. Let me
Turn
up
it down. Turn it down.
Let me edit you to 20. That should be good. So here we go to the far side. Moving it out the other way into the offensive end. Go the Canadiens, and they're going to be offside.
Well, that's what Winnipeg needed to do, is to
Get on the board early.
Yep.
What do you think about that, Bagel? Huh?
So if I would ask you right now, Jason, who would be your picks for to be in the Stanley Cup?
It really is wide open. I mean, teams that I would consider contenders, Carolina's always in the mix. But they almost feel like I don't even know what the word will be. The Green Bay Packers of the NHL. Getting to the conference finals and not being able to get over the hump.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But they're always in the mix. Tampa Bay, dangerous as ever. You know what I mean? If the Penguins can string together some good games, it's a potential. They can potentially do it. If they play,
they have enough.
I don't think they do either. But if they play the way they've been playing since the break, basically between the holiday break and the Olympic break, they have not dropped, more than like 2 in a row.
Yeah, but
So, I'm not saying they're going to do it, but if they can keep up that play, it's always a possibility.
who do you got for the Western?
Hey, bro, new on the channel. Do you bet on the games here, or what is the channel about? Oh, man, we like to just, sometimes we'll make some bets. Sometimes people say, oh, I placed this bet. What do you think? I'll give my thoughts. But we mostly kind of cover the games, just try to have a chill environment, chill vibe, Thanks for checking us out, Alex. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, even out of the East, out of the Atlantic, Buffalo could go on a miracle run. I doubt it, but they could. Montreal, they're dangerous. But the East is wide open. It's no longer being oppressed by Florida. But I'm afraid that we're still going to have a Florida oppression by Tampa Bay. We literally went from 3 years of Tampa to 3 years of Florida. We might be going back to Tampa. I certainly hope not. But that is certainly a possibility. Out of the West Coast, or out of the West, Edmonton's been putting it together somewhat. The Kings instantly jump up with a Panarin deal. But Colorado far and away is your favorite. I'd say Minnesota and Dallas also, again, the safe bets.
Yeah, but can Edmonton finally get
I don't know about that.
Their goaltending? Because that's what.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that Edmonton's going to be down because they have basically gotten rid of the entire goaltending core that got them to back-to-back Stanley Cup appearances. Calvin Pickard and Stuart Skinner both no longer. But a 2-on-1 chance, shot denied by Montembeault. Wow. The Jets, man, they're not messing around tonight.
Well, they got some firepower. They've been doing pretty good lately, I think, from what I heard. In terms of, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, they've held Montreal shotless so far in this one. While they've gotten 8 shots on net. So, here we go. Far side faceoff. Going to be one to the top of the zone for the Jets. Sending it in towards the net. Going to get redirected to the far side. Backing along the board. Trying to move it out to the top of the zone. And Montreal going to move it up. And out of the zone now. Cross ice to the near side. Not able to connect in front. Going to be moved around to the near side or getting poked away. Down low, passing across. Not able to. Now they're going to get a shot on goal, and that one's going to be easily saved by Connor Hellebuck. A nice save there by Hellebuck.
So who's out there? What's the percentage of who wants who?
5 votes, 60% for Winnipeg.
60 for Winnipeg.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. Let us see. Ready to roll? Oh no, bro! What?
What?
Vince Offer is running for Congress. Oh my! I can just imagine. You want to know how to deal with this? Well, here, you do this, you do this, you do this. That's how you do it. That's how you solve this problem, and that's how you move on. Now we go to this problem, and there you go. Solution out of left field. That's how you fix it. Oh my gosh. So over to the near side, moving it towards the front of the net, moved out by Winnipeg. But Montreal gets it back at center ice. Oh my gosh. Oh man, the guy did the ShamWow ads. Yeah, he's running for Congress. Oh my gosh.
Well, you know what? He's going to put some of those ShamWows and he's going to clean up Congress.
I don't know about that. But over to the near side, the Canadiens top of the zone. Top of the zone, sending it towards the net, not able to connect. Going to be taken out the other way off of the stick of Iafallo. Iafallo on a pass, now down low in front of the net, moving it around to the top. Iafallo not able to fully connect with him, and the Canadiens going to move it out the other way. Oh my gosh. We're gonna play this. I'm gonna play this ad live for you guys just to see this, because I want to see it live, because it's kind of like a joke thing too. The top of the zone, passing across, shot! Not gonna go by the Jets. Moving it down low again, back on in behind the net, connecting with Kyle Connor. And around to the near side they go. Moving it up to the top of the zone, not able to control it, taken back by Montreal. Up on into the offensive end, they move it, and into the near corner. Sent around for Montreal, off of the stick there of Valeno. Along the boards, going to be taken back by the Jets. Going up the other way is going to be Namestnikov. Over to the near side, back in behind the net to the far side. Going to be taken by Jaden Struble, and the Canadiens behind their own net. Sending it around to the near side, going to move it to the blue line on a stretch pass. Not able to fully take advantage of it. Going back in behind Hellebuck to the far side. Puck gets sent. Tied up for that puck, and going to be sent around to the near side. Going to be off of that stick of Jonathan Taves. To the top of the zone, kept in by Montreal. Shot going to be saved by Hellebuck. All right. Let me see here. Let me take a look, share. Ooh, yeah. So, Velarde going down the bin, went down just to have a walk, back on in after taking a puck to the foot.
Inside ankle, it looked like.
Yeah.
Probably that's where they don't have too much of padding in the skate.
No, there's not a lot of padding there. It is literally just skate. The only thing that is protecting you is the leather on the skate. And a chance shot in front of the net, not going to go over through the far side. And passing across to the near, connecting along the boards, going to be into the offensive end off of Morgan Barron. Behind the net to the far side, moving it to the top of the zone, and maintaining it now to the near side on a pass down low. Shot! Gonna go wide. I thought that almost went in, but it didn't. It went off the pad.
Like it went onto,
I think it went off the pad, up and off the crossbar, but now behind Hellebuck. Moving that puck to the far side. And gonna go up through center now into the offensive end with a chance. Moving it around to the near side along the boards, top of the zone, connecting. Chance shot. Gonna be easily deflected off of the stick of, or off the body of Montembeau. Backing around over to the area into that far corner, moving it behind the net towards the near side in front, not able to fully connect. Taken back in behind the net to the far side, backing across over to the near. And clearing it all the way back in behind Hellebuck. Racing for that puck to the near side, going to be loose again along the boards. Montreal sending it down low to the far side. Trying to move it around and battling for it. Taken back by Montreal behind the net. Over to the far side. Going to be off of the stick there, I believe, of Struble. No, it's actually not Struble. My bad, it's Hudson. Top of the zone. Going to be kept on in the zone for Montreal by Denault. And losing it back up the other way comes Winnipeg. Off of the stick of Morrissey. Moving it around to the near side. Not able to fully keep it in. Taken out the other way. Here comes a chance. Mono a mono. Down low. Chance shot. Not able to go. Goes off the body. A nice chance there by Juraj Slavkovsky. But not able to get to the net. Now a pass up to the top of the zone. And not able to connect on that one either. Montreal taking it now to the near side. Back on into the offensive end. Off of the stick of Dobson. Into the corner on the far side and moving it around the boards. Now here comes Taves with a chance. Up on into the offensive end. Back on into the far corner around to the near. Moving it out the other way. I think the audio might be a little loud on that. There we go. So here they go. Behind the net is going to be Jaden Struble with the puck. They pass it around to the near side. Up through center they go into the offensive end for Montreal. Passing around behind the net to the near side, trying to connect with Kapanen. Behind the net now to the far. Getting to it's going to be Slavkovsky, top of the zone. Sending it back down low in front. Not able to get a clean shot off. To the far side. Top of the zone. Cross to the near side. Off of the stick of Carrier to the top of the zone. Slavkovsky sending it low, wide over to the far side. Moving it around from Demidov. And around to the top of the zone, not able to fully control it, taken back by Winnipeg. Up through center, into the offensive end, off of the stick of Nemesnikov, not able to get a good denial there. Montembeault, an incredible denial, a chance again to the near side, not able to fully connect again along the boards. Top of the zone, battling with that puck is going to be Morrissey. Backing around to the top of the zone again, able to connect there, going to be off of the stick of Solomonson. And now behind the net over to the far side, wrapping it around to the top shot. Not going to go. Loose to the near side again with a chance across. And man, you got three guys on the ice on over 90-second shifts for Montreal, and they cannot get off right now. Top of the zone, sending it back down low, redirected. Juraj Slavkovsky now going to get to that puck. Man, 48 seconds of persistent zone time. That is crazy. Now behind the net over to the near side. And now back over to the far from Morrissey. Passing across to Nyquist. Into the offensive end, going to send it. And now over to the far side, connecting with Matheson to the near side. Top of the zone. Taken out the other way off of the stick of Doc. Dumping it behind the net of Hellebuck. Taken back by Winnipeg to the near side. Nyquist on a pass. Back over to Nyquist. Looking to pass it down low, passing wing to wing now to the far side, backing across to Nyquist. Moving that puck around, trying to move it up, taking back. And it's still in the offensive end for Winnipeg now. Over to the far side, to the top of the zone, trying to send it now to the near, a chance, shot, denied. Over to the far side, along the boards. Moving it to the top of the zone now. Passing low. And across now to the top of the zone to the near side of Sandberg. Chance shot. Going to be an easy denial by the goalie, Montembeault. In the meantime...
Whoa, that was outside of the... outside of the post there. Towards the outside of the post there.
In the meantime, we are going to look at this. We are going to watch this campaign ad together. Let me see. Okay, let me make sure that everything is cropped right. Okay. So, here we go. This could get very dicey.
Offer bid ShamWow Shlomi for Congress.
Here we go.
Hey, Vince, I'm running for Congress against this guy. Stop having a politician that's worse than Biden.
That's a discretionary funding.
Instead, vote for me, a guy who's not half dead. I'm gonna soak up the swamp, clean the house, and pick up those liberal teams.
Oh, he's gonna use a ShamWow to do it.
Slap chop the nuts out of the woke, making less media comments, more red.
Vince talking about chopping nuts like the slap chop commercial. Oh,
Paid for by Offer Bitch ShamWow Slowly for Congress.
that is hilarious. That is actually good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's the statement from Kyle Dubas, by the way, about Caleb Jones. Caleb Jones informed us this week that he tested positive for a performance-enhancing substance under the NHL/NHLPA Performance-Enhancing Substances Program. Throughout the process, Caleb has been forthcoming with the organization as to how he believes the positive test occurred. Caleb takes full responsibility for his actions, despite him being unaware that what he consumed was a prohibited substance at the time. The organization appreciates his transparency regarding this matter, and Caleb will follow all NHL and NHLPA protocols related to his suspension. Caleb has the full support of the Penguins organization, and we look forward to welcoming him back on the ice when he is cleared. As the official statement on the suspension.
Winnipeg.
What? So to the far side, Montreal not able to control it, kept on in by Iafallo. Back on into the corner, tied up on the far side, 5:13 to go in the period. And this game has started to change for Montreal. Montreal finally generating some clean breaks, but it's still being dominated by Winnipeg. Still being dominated by Winnipeg. Over through center into the offensive end, they're going to move. And that's going to be from Scheifele. Passing across down low, not able to connect, and the puck goes out of play.
Actually, it went into his gate.
Oh, man. So, we will see. Taking a look at Montreal, 15, 6, and 7 on the road this year. So, here we go. Over to the near side, down low, Montreal on the defensive end. Passing behind the net, trying to create some room along the boards, trying to move it up through center, taken back by Winnipeg. In the defensive end, over to the near side, back in behind the net goes Josh Morrissey to the near side, moving it up along the boards, trying to move it out all the way, but can't quite do it. Now into the offensive end of the near side, that's going to be off the stick of Nemesnikov, and a shot going to be easily saved by Montembeault. All right, so early on here, I mean, Montreal is starting to claw back in this one. Keyword starting, but they have a lot of catching up to do. They just don't look like the team that's dominant in this one. It has been all Winnipeg all the way so far. So,
yeah, but the one thing is that Winnipeg is only up by a goal.
Yeah.
Being that dominant.
That do be true. But still. Oh, that's great. It's great, but it's also a lot at the same time.
What?
Apparently, Pennsylvania House just advanced a bill to finally raise our minimum wage to $15 an hour. I mean, I don't know how much that'll actually impact because, I mean, a lot of companies, especially around here, are already paying more than that, but, you know.
Did you see the budget that they're going to pass?
No, I did not.
Oh, it's going to increase by like 10 or 15 billion.
Oh, my God.
But he's not going to raise taxes. You figure that one out.
Wait, what? No, okay. Now, let's see. Yeah, just taking a look here. We will see. We will see. Again, just taking a look on X. We have some time here. Uh-oh. Who did Trump take in the Super Bowl? Okay, well, you know what? I'm not even going to look at it. I'm going to ask Dougbot what he thinks. And then we'll see how it compares. We'll see if Dougbot is actually who he's supposed to sound like. Oh, man.
Well, first of all, does Dougbot work? Or do you have to reinstall things all over again?
Oh, it'll work. It'll work. So, here we go. We got a face-off here in the Winnipeg offensive end. Taken back now by Winnipeg down low, wrapping right in front. And a nice little poke check there by Montembeault. Back in behind the net towards the near side, over to the far again. Battling for that puck into the corner, taken out by Winnipeg for now. But Montreal takes the free puck now into the offensive end. 3-on-3 into the zone, down low, shot, loose on the rebound. And not able to go. Hellebuck did enough on that shot to kick it away. Now back in behind the net towards the near side. Trying to move it up now. Going to connect off of the stick there of Kapanen behind the net to the far side. And moving it now towards the top of the zone. Slavkovsky to the near side. Off of the stick now of Dobson, sending it towards the net. Goes loose, and a wide open goal. Connor Hellebuck, what in the Hellebuck are you doing? What in the Hellebuck did Hellebuck just do?
Well, he did it, and then he didn't get it.
He couldn't control it. He couldn't control the shot. So because he couldn't control the shot, Montreal gets a wide open net because Hellebuck is just stuck on the ground. Wow. Look at that. Dobson's shot. He could not control it. He tried to control it, lost his footing, and provided a wide open net. Nice effort, though, by Kyle Connor there to realize what was going on.
11 up there. Or is that 11 there?
81, the one that tried to, the Winnipeg guy?
The Winnipeg that was
Yeah.
on us. That guy, whenever he came in, it looked like it deflected off of his stick into him.
No, it was going out. He was trying to block the shot.
Yeah, I mean, so it hit, instead of down where he thought it was going to hit, it hit more up on his chest.
Hellebuck, yeah.
Because it deflected off of the Winnipeg stick. And I think that's what caused him not to control the
Maybe. I don't know if it did that. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
but back in behind.
Deflection of the stick, moving it on up there.
Oh, either way. Top of the zone, cross ice to the near side. Shot. Gonna go wide. Over to the far side, trying to move it out the other way. Here come the Jets to the near side. Through center into the offensive end, off of the stick of Kyle Connor to the near side. Down low from Scheifele. And back in behind the net, trying to punch it in on a wraparound. Could not do so. Top of the zone now is going to be Stanley. Along the boards. Moving it down low. Back on into the corner. Off of the stick there of Connor to the top of the zone. And we got a penalty on Winnipeg. Nyquist's going to get a slash, and Montreal going to have a chance to extend that lead. They're going to have a chance to get a lead, I should say. Not really extend a lead. They're not really extending a lead. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We need to ask. All right, Dougbot, the pressure's on you, buddy. The Super Bowl coming up here in about a week. Or actually, half a week. Just a few days away. The Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots. Who's winning? Are you going to pick the same pick as President Trump? Let's see. We'll see what he has to say. All right, here we go. Moving it up to the top of the zone. Montreal to the near side. Off of the stick of Demidov. We get to the top of the zone. Over to the far side. Shot denied.
It's going to be a game to remember. Seattle Seahawks against the New England Patriots. I love the Patriots. Terrific team. Great history. Winners. Belichick, genius guy. The Patriots with Belichick and my guy McJones. Fabulous. Seattle is strong, but let me tell you, Foxborough is a fortress. I'm picking the New England Patriots to take the win. They've got a dynasty that's hard to beat.
Take them back the other way.
Like I always say, you need that winning spirit, that Patriots prowess. The radical left doesn't like the Patriots, but we love them. So my prediction, New England Patriots emerge victorious. Make the Patriots great again.
Oh my. Here we go. Over to the far side, top of the zone. Around the near side, Demidov with the puck. Top of the zone. And shot, not going to make it. Around the boards, towards the top of the zone they go. Around the near side, again, not able to connect on a nice chance. Along the far side, Montreal taking it down low, shot. Had a wide open net, but could not get a stick on it. And here comes a chance the other way for Winnipeg, down low in a half breakaway stance. Not able to get a shot off. Nice defense by Slavkovsky. Take away Lowry's chance. But here we go, Montreal. 43 seconds to go in the period, 31 seconds on the power play. Back into the defensive end they go. Up through center to the offensive end from Doc. And offside. A penalty coming up, too. Uh-oh. We'll see what that penalty is. Demidov gets a stick on it. That's a goal. But we'll see what this penalty is. We're doing 4-on-4 for the rest of the period. Or for most of the rest of the period. As, who is that in the bin?
78 or 76?
76, yeah. Zach Bolduc. Do that and that. So, offensive zone draw for the Jets. 35.1 to go in the first. Face-off won by Montreal behind the net now over to the near side. Down low, moving it up the other way from the stick of Dobson. Cross ice to the near side, moving it up the other way into the offensive end, down low, and a chance for Montreal. Not able to get a shot off. It's Mike Matheson. Nice defense there by the Jets. Matheson still down low, 13 to go in the period. Behind the net to the far side, Winnipeg now on the power play. And around the far side, behind the net to the near. And honestly, the period ending is a really good thing for this Winnipeg power play. This is one of those times where I would say you get more of a power play on the other side. Normally, I would say you don't usually get more of a power play on the opposite side of the break. Because you have to win the puck back, and they can easily take it into their offensive end. But in this case, they win. Well, that does take us to the end of the first here. Let me see. Oh, how fitting. How fitting. Doug Bott was right. Trump took the Patriots. Okay. Taking a look around the rest of the NHL slate. The Boston Bruins up 2-1 over the Florida Panthers. The Columbus Blue Jackets up 2-0 over the Chicago Blackhawks at the first intermission there. By the way, the Bruins game has 2:28 to go in the first. We're tied at 1 at the end of the first. We also got a game at 8 p.m. between the Wild and the Predators. Then we got two games at 9. Sharks at Avalanche, Red Wings at Mammoth. And then we got Blues at Stars at 9:30. And then at 10 p.m., we got the Oilers at the Flames, the Canucks at the Knights, and the Kraken at the Kings.
The Kraken!
What are you doing, Bagel, huh? Let's see. What you doing, huh? Want to say hello? Uh-oh, let's see. Looking at Polymarket, what will be said during the Super Bowl? Well, they're saying there's a 13% chance of crypto being said. 19% chance of assault being said. We should play bingo with this for the Super Bowl. We should use Polymarket to play bingo for some of these. Bonk. 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 You want to say hello to people, Bagel? Come here. Come here. Yeah. You want to say hello to the people, huh? You love the people, huh? Don't you? Yes, you do. But yeah, we are rolling here at the first intermission. Huh? Aren't we? Aren't we, huh? Yes, we are, huh? Honk honk. What do you think of the first period, huh? What are your thoughts? That's your thoughts. Okay. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we shall see. Will State Farm run an ad during the Super Bowl? Well, of course. Huh. I got you. Huh. What do you think of the first period? Was it a good game? Is it a good game? Oh, it's a good game, huh? Let's see what people have to say to you. Huh. Oh, yeah. So what would you say needs to change in the second period for either of these teams? What needs to change? What needs to stay the same?
I don't know. I mean, they got to start to put things in the net.
Well, Montreal started to do that.
Yeah, but Montreal also let them come around and get some good scoring chances.
That is true.
I've seen a lot of, you know, grouping around them and getting in front of the net and getting good quality chances.
That is true. Montreal is kind of getting exposed right now for what they are. And it's pretty rough. So we shall see. And then look at some of the power play here for Winnipeg early on. That was a dominant power play. Absolute dominant. Okay. Oh yeah, let's see. Let us see. Yeah, just trying to get an idea here. Oh, we have the document for the felony assault. Of course, it happened in Pennsylvania because, you know, why not? Wow. Yeah. First degree felony, aggravated assault. Second degree misdemeanor, simple assault. Alongside a couple other charges of harassment and disorderly conduct. Apparently a bar fight, it looks like, looking at that report. That's great to know. So, man, saying tank for McKenna. You don't need a tank for him anymore. He could very well be available mid-first round. Question is, are teams going to want him or not? Potentially. But we'll see. The Devils, if the season ended in October, yes, they'd be Stanley Cup champions. More like mid-November. Now they just suck. Let's see. Sources say the first altercation occurred when a bystander said, "Oh wait, hold on." Oh yeah, it's okay. But yeah, that's the big news of the day. McKenna charged with felony assault. That's gonna hurt his draft stock, no matter how you take it. I mean, we're gonna see how teams value McKenna's talent after this.
Well, you gotta figure out what that is.
I mean, there's a chance he faces jail time.
I mean, with that felony assault, is he more of a someone that could blow up a lot, and you may not want that?
I think more of what it is it was too much to drink, bar fight situation. Because if I take a look here, Better information, Gavin McKenna. Let's see. Judge assigned, State College Police Department. And just trying to get some information from this here. So, first degree felony, aggravated assault, attempts to cause serious bodily injury or causes injury with extreme indifference. Which, again, alcohol could explain that away. If it was a bar fight. Misdemeanor, second degree misdemeanor, simple assault. Again. Harassment, subject to other to physical contact. Let's see, we got ready or not hockey. McKenna broke the guy's jaw. Whoa! Now that's something I didn't know. I just heard this whenever I was scrolling through today.
Wow.
How's it going, Egg? Yeah, they're saying, Dad, you're finally awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, disorderly conduct engaged in fighting. So was it a bar fight, ready or not? Or was it like some sort of altercation on the street? Because my thought here is it's probably a bar fight. Just, I mean, who goes, what hockey player, what top prospect goes out, gets into a fight with someone sober and breaks someone's jaw? Or causes serious bodily injury? You know what I mean? Who does that sober if you have that bright of a future ahead of you? You could say, oh, Johnny Manziel, but he drank his future away. He drank and drugged his future away.
Well, unless it was someone trying to egg him on because he's this great guy and they're proving that they're better than him, type of thing.
Maybe.
You know, type of thing.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Let's see. What's happening to the Penguins? I think part of it is some of the players that are going to the Olympics are wanting to preserve themselves for the Olympics a little bit. They might not be playing 1,000% because they don't want to get hurt this close to the Olympics. And playing 1,000% gives you a risk of injury. I'm not saying that's everything, but that could be part of it. Also considering the fact that you're missing one of your top 4 defensive players in Tanger. If Tanger is this instrumental to the defense, this team is screwed. I'm just saying. If losing Tanger, if the players are still playing 1,000% and they're losing purely because they don't have Tanger in the defense, this team's got serious problems. When your whole defense relies on a guy who, no offense to him, has scrambled eggs for brains because of all the head injuries, body physicality, and the strokes.
I don't think it's that.
What do you think it is?
I still think that they don't have, I mean, they used to have a great 1-2 goalie punch. They don't have that anymore. So they're, you know, they haven't found their true goalie. I don't think.
I don't know the future. I mean, Yurashov could develop still. He's still pretty young.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the two that they have right now.
Stu, I don't know.
I mean, Stu is play.
Stu had a bad game, but if you look at the way he's played, if we take yesterday out of it, his bad games have really come from a lack of defense.
And that's the whole story of the Penguins, lack of defense, and they put their goaltenders to having to play this great game.
Exactly, but they
all the time, every game.
But they were playing some pretty daggone good defense after the break until the last couple games.
And they got back to their old stuff.
And you know what happened at that point? That happened when Tanger went down with a foot injury. The last 2 games. He was out with a foot injury the last 2 games. The Pens defense has struggled the last 2 games. Or sorry, the last 3 games. And the defense started struggling against the Rangers when they let them back into it in the 3rd period. You know what I mean? I did hear about the Panarin trade. That was crazy.
You think there's going to be no, there won't be another trade before the break.
No, because the trade deadline was 3 p.m. today.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was 3 p.m. today to make moves before the roster freeze. And then the roster unfreezes, I think, at 11:59 p.m. on the 22nd, I think it is.
That they could go ahead and do some more.
Do trades until March 6th at like 4 p.m.
You think the Penguins are going to make any more moves?
I think there's something brewing. I'm sure Dubas has been in talks with Dallas. I cannot see a reality where they have not been in contacts with Dallas.
For who?
Who do you think? Who's been the one that they have the Robertson?
Robertson.
The Pens have more than enough cap space to make that work and still re-sign everyone for next year. You know what I mean? So why would Dubas not go for that? You know? That's kind of my thought on that. Okay. Oh yeah. Was there any interesting name to watch? I gotta say it's Robo. Robo is probably going somewhere because Dallas doesn't have the means to pay him. So the most interesting name of the trade deadline, I'm taking by far Robo. So apparently, here's what supposedly happened. McKenna has been charged with felony aggravated assault, misdemeanor simple assault, and 2 summary offenses per Onward State. McKenna allegedly assaulted an individual while at a bar with his team, leaving them with a broken jaw. So it was a bar fight. So we will see. We will see. Yeah, just kind of taking a look here. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, just taking a look on X, if we got any other news to report. Let's see. Let us see. Do we have any other updates around the league? We do not, but the Blackhawks on a power play in the second period. Guess we might as well update through the goals. The Wild and Predators have got underway. So our goals in this game, we had Kyle Connor got the power play goal assisted by Velarde and Scheifele. And then the goal for the Canadiens was Oliver Kapanen, assisted by Dobson and Slavkovsky. Goals for the Blue Jackets in their game against the Blackhawks have been Zach Werenski, assisted by Sillinger and Coyle. And then Ivan Provorov, assisted by Fantilli and Marchment. 3 goals in the Bruins-Panthers game. Goals there for the Panthers going to be Eetu Luostarinen unassisted. And then Boston with 2 goals, Michael Eyssimont, assisted by Steves and Lindholm. And then Eyssimont again, assisted by Kuznetsov and Peak. Those are all of the goals that we have updates for at this point. We will see. We will see. But yeah. I still can't believe that of that haul. The Kings just robbed the Rangers. Oh man. Oh, yeah, just trying to take a look here. Yeah, Kyle Dubas got more for Jari than the Rangers got for Panarin, which is kind of crazy. Oh no. Steelers J Trump on X. This guy's incredible. Steelers J Trump. Mike McCarthy has chosen Brian Angelicchio as our offensive coordinator. He was with the Vikings for years, including awesome Justin Jefferson and Pitt's own Jordan Addison. But he couldn't help develop J.J. McCarthy, who sucks, so I won't hold it against him. He must develop Will Howard. He always posts it in the style, too. The right style, with all the caps. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we are back here getting close to the second period. But yeah. Man. Oh yeah, we shall see. They did get a lot of value when they traded rental Jake Gensel. What actually came of that Gensel trade?
Did Gensel get traded today?
No, when the Penguins traded him.
Okay, years ago.
Yeah. Let's see. For 2024, Jake Gensel was traded to Carolina Hurricanes by Penguins on Thursday for Michael Bunting, Vasilevsky, Vasily Ponomarev, and Ville Koivunen, and the rights to Cruz Lucius, a conditional first round pick of the 2024 NHL draft, and a conditional 5th round pick of the 2024 NHL draft. They got Ville Koivunen out of it. I can't really say they got a whole lot out of it unless they're able to convert some of these other players into other assets. But second period, here we go, back in behind the net of Montembeault, going to be taken by Montreal, top of the zone, kept in by Winnipeg for now, wrestled away by the Canadiens, by Mike Matheson, and up on into the offensive end, they're going to send it.
I think in that era, they were so strapped for money and everything that they had to.
Yeah. Almost like what the Stars need to do with Robertson.
Because of what the old GM was.
Yeah.
And with all this bringing in these players and giving them all this money that are has-beens by now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But yeah, so passing across now into the offensive end. Going to go back in behind the net of Montembeault to the near side. And going to be tied up into the corner. Moving out the other way, top of the zone, maintained by Winnipeg to the near side. Off of the stick thereof, going to be Kyle Connor. Passing in front, down low, back to Connor on the near side boards, down low again. From the corner, top of the zone now, moving it around and trying to take it around to the far side. That one going to be for Scheifele, then over to the near side. Shot, puck goes loose. Behind the net, nobody home. Going to go to the far side, kept in at the top corner by Winnipeg, down low and moved out by Montreal. Power play does expire, by the way. One shot last power play for the record as well. Montreal is playing more Montreal-based hockey. Over to the near side, moving it up into the offensive end, taken back by Montreal. Along the boards, flipped out the other way. And back on in behind the corner, trying to get the icing call. Not going to get it over to the far side, though. Winnipeg will take it away to the near side. Stretch pass into the offensive end. 2-on-2. Chance, shot, denied by Montembeault. Let me see here. Let me see. Fallout of the Gensel trade. Okay. So, puck goes out of play right off the face-off. Man. I mean, I get they did what they had to, but you know, they didn't really get a lot of like an impactful forward out of it, unless it freed up the space to bring in some of the other names they brought in this year. Which, I mean, you know.
That was their big thing, is they had
And a chance in front! High danger situation! And eventually Hellebuck gets the puck in his glove. How did Montreal not get a goal on that? Okay. Let me see. Oh. It really was a great deal in hindsight. You know why? So in that trade, they got Michael Bunting, and then they flipped him over to Nashville. You know who they got out of that? Tommy Novak. Talk about an impactful player. Over to the far side, sending it around, and here comes Winnipeg out of the zone, clearing it out the other way, and it's going to be Winnipeg icing. Wow. Wow. And then the Penguins also got the Jets' second and fourth round picks for Luke Schenn.
What did they get? What did they get for the second and third round?
In the 2026 draft.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, this draft. That's why Pittsburgh has Winnipeg second. So go Winnipeg for this year, or go Montreal for the future. Pens fans have your pick. Man. Yeah, that is crazy. So basically, the return for Gensel, Billy Koivunen, Harrison Brennecke, Tommy Novak, Bruce Lucius, a projected relatively high pick in the second round of the draft and the fourth round of the draft as well. All from Gensel. So Montreal ices the puck here, but man, Kyle Dubas just fleeced the entire league on that one. He screwed over Carolina because Gensel just did not re-sign with Carolina. He chose to go to Tampa Bay. So he screwed Carolina in that regard by robbing them, then turned around and robbed Nashville, and then got some really great picks for Luke Schenn. Who, by the way, Schenn is he's a starting defensive player, but he's a third liner. He's a third pair. Oh, man. That is crazy, man. Oh! Dubas came in guns a-blazing. How? I mean, Dubas has been incredible at long-term management. So here we go. In the neutral zone, center ice, taken by Matheson, dumping it into the offensive end, around the corner to the far side, taken back to the near side. Battling for possession along the boards. And in front of the net, a chance, a shot. Not able to get a clean shot off. Taken back by Winnipeg up the other way into the offensive end. Here comes a foot race to beat out the icing, but not going to do so. Okay. Oh, we'll see. Ready to roll to the far side. Moved up by Winnipeg. And into the offensive end. What in the world are you... Oh my gosh. So into the offensive end, a chance across ice to the far side to the top of the zone. Sending it down low to the near side. Gonna be taken still by Montreal, by Hudson. Top of the zone shot. Gonna get deflected wide. And over to the far side. A race to that puck. Gonna get cleared out off of the stick of Sandberg. Kept back in by Montreal. Taken back by Winnipeg. So, far side. Ready to move it up. Through the offensive end now. Here comes Winnipeg. A chance, a shot. Not going to go. A denied chance from Kyle Connor. And into the corner. Tied up for that puck. Comes away loose to the top of the zone. Maintained there by DeMello. Down low, DeMello passing across. Not able to connect. Maintained at the top of the zone by the Jets. Down low to the far corner. And around in front. Chance, a shot. Denied. And frozen by Montembeault. Okay. So, ready to roll. So, let's see. Far side circle draw in the offensive end of the Jets. Maintain top of the zone. And a chance. A shot. Not able to connect. Still on the far side. Down low. And going to be moved out the other way by Montreal. Here comes your chance. 2-on-2 into the zone. Down low. No clear passing lane over to the near side. No penalty as bodies hit the ice. And Winnipeg moving it up the other way. The fans want, or the, you got a lot of Canadiens fans there. There's a lot of red in this stadium, I just realized, for this game being in Winnipeg. I mean, look at that. It was so much so a chance. A shot denied by Hellebuck. But I mean, there's so many Montreal fans there that whenever Montreal didn't get called, or when Winnipeg didn't get called against a tripping, you heard the fans moaning about it. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, here we go. Far side. Towards the top of the zone. Montreal in the offensive end. A shot, and he scores! Listen to that stadium! Winnipeg fans have lost faith in their team, and it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Wow. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this game was in Montreal. There's the goal horn. Wow. That is crazy, bro. So, back on in behind the net. Montreal with that puck over to the near side. Trying to move it out the other way. Taken back. And tied up along the boards. In front, a chance. Down low, shot! Still having a chance! Loose to the near side, to the top of the zone. Winnipeg clears themselves out. And a lot of cheers from the Winnipeg crowd. Going out the other way, up on into the offensive end. Going to beat out the icing is going to be Nemesnikov. Tied up for that puck back in behind the net. And now over to the far side, top of the zone, tied up along the boards by the circle. Trying to free that puck up. Still tied up on that puck. And around to the far side, gets cleared all the way out. And it's going to be a Montreal icing. And the fans are booing because they don't like that Montreal was called for an icing. This is bad. This is a bad look for Winnipeg fans. Weren't they like selling out their stadium just a few, like a year ago?
I don't know.
I want to take a look here. Man. We'll see. How's it going, RFK? How you doing, man? Amen to that, brother. So, over to the near side. Montreal going to send it to the far. Going to be taken along the boards and cleared out the other way. To the far side, into the offensive end. Looking for some help is Anderson. Passing in front. Shot. He scores! That's going to be Lane Hudson, and the crowd goes wild here in Winnipeg for the Montreal Canadiens. Came here to say one thing. Is it? I think I know what it is, and I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna egg you on. I'm not gonna egg it on. But there's the goal for Montreal. I was right. I was right. Man, Winnipeg Jets averaging 93.5% capacity this year. Man. It's just crazy, bro.
This could be a blowout.
That is crazy. See you, RFK. Have yourself a great night, man. So, over to the far side. Back over to the near the Canadiens, trying to move it up. And battle along the boards. Into the offensive end, Slavkovsky passing in front, not able to fully connect to the top of the zone. Now shot! Be redirected and into the corner near side. Canadiens fans are going nuts in Winnipeg. To the far side, Mike Matheson into the offensive zone he goes with a shot, sending it around behind the net to the near side to Slavkovsky. With that puck top of the zone, going to get cleared out by Winnipeg, but taken back by Slavkovsky, dumping it into the offensive end. Back in behind the net of Hellebuck, over to the far side, back in behind the net, trying to find somewhere to go and slow this game down is going to be Dylan Sandberg. Now over to the near side, gonna move it out the other way. Here comes your chance, passing across up on into the offensive end, not able to control it, taken back by Montreal. Here comes a 2-on-1 into the offensive zone, a pass, a shot, not able to get the shot off. That would have been goal number 4 of the night for Montreal. Moving out the other way, Winnipeg with the puck. They go back in behind the net of Slavkovsky. The far side. And going to get moved out the other way. Back behind the net, that's going to be played by Hellebuck. Trying to find somewhere to go, plays out to the front of the net. Thankfully, no Canadian was there. And over to the far side, moving it out into the offensive end for Winnipeg now. Down low, collision there behind the net. Trying to get to it is going to be Morgan Barron. But the Canadiens are going to move it out through center ice with possession, dumping it to the near side. Into the corner behind the net of Hellebuck. To the near side comes Winnipeg. Off the stick of Salomonson. And into the offensive end, he dumps in, giving it a chase. Into the far corner now, moving it behind the net. Going to be tied up over to the near side, up to the top of the zone. Sent down low by DeMello. And again now to the near side, top of the zone, DeMello. Trying to find somewhere to go. Sends it back in behind the net to the far side, taken by Mike Matheson and the Canadiens. Going the other way, never mind. Intercepted by Winnipeg, down low, a chance, a shot denied. A great chance there for Barron. Now near side, shot denied again, and going to be maintained by Winnipeg in the zone by Nyquist. And now it's going to be an offside. Wow. So real quick, around the rest of the NHL. So our goals so far this period have been Josh Anderson, unassisted. And Lane Hudson, assisted by Anderson and Gallagher. You also have 2 goals to report in the Bruins game, Bruins-Panthers. The Florida Panthers rallying back with 2 more goals in the second. Obas Balinskis with a power play goal assisted by Tkachuk and Lundell. And then Matthew Tkachuk gets a power play goal of his own assisted by Lundell and Balinskis. How fitting. Mm-hmm. What's next? The next goal is going to be a power play goal by Lundell assisted by Balinskis and Tkachuk. Meanwhile, the Blue Jackets, Danton Heinen getting a goal assisted by Charlie Coyle to go up 3-0 over the Chicago Blackhawks. You also got 2 games starting in about half an hour. Those are going to be the Sharks at the Avalanche and the Red Wings at the Mammoth. The Wild taking a 2-0 lead over Nashville as well. Matt Boldy assisted by Bogosian and Eriksson Ek for the first goal. And Matt Boldy again lights the lamp with a chance for a trick on a power play assisted by Quinn Hughes and Matt Zuccarello. All right. Man. Okay. Let me see. You're taking a look on X. If there's any other news. Nikita Zadorov raises a good point. There's a double standard in the NHL. I get why, but like, he said that goalies should serve their own 5-minute majors in the sin bin for fighting. Imagine that. The two goalies go at it, and then all of a sudden you have the backups going in at both ends. Just imagine how much scoring that could lead. Okay. So, over to the far side. 10:47 to go here in the second. Battling for possession along the boards. Trying to move it out now the other way. Still tied up along the boards, though. And now that puck going to come loose. Still, never mind. Still tied up. Goes back now down low behind the net to the near side. Moving it out now the other way. And flipping it around the near side. Montreal trying to move it out. They will. And sending it to the far side, but taken back by the Jets to the near side into the offensive end. Going to be off of the stick there of Taves. Down into the corner, battling for that puck. Coming around the near side with it is going to be Montreal. Moving it up. A nice check dished out there off of the body of Kirby Dach. And going to be played in back by Hellebuck behind his net to the near side over to the far. Moving that puck around, back in behind the net again towards the near side. And moving it up the other way. Here comes your chance into the offensive end. Back in behind the net of Montembeault. And to the near side they go. Flipping it out the other way. Going to be taken back by Winnipeg, and it's going to be offside. Or hand pass. Okay, I was about to say, it's not offside. All right. So, we'll see. We will see. Just taking a look here. Just taking a look on X if we got any other news to report on. Okay. But yeah, just seeing here. Man. Yeah, just taking a look as we have some time here on X. Oh, man. Okay. What you doing, Bagel, huh? What are you getting so far from this period, Dad?
Montreal is taking over the game, and Winnipeg is nowhere close to.
Winnipeg is just completely fallen off. They owned the first 10 minutes of this game. Ever since it was even and then all Montreal in the start of this period.
Mm-hmm.
So. Okay. So, near side draw in the neutral zone. And ready to roll. Ready to roll. Back on in behind the net there of Hellebuck. Over to the far side. Back now, down low again along the boards, trying to move it up the other way. Tied up there is going to be Iafallo. Tied up with Doc Suzuki, and ultimately going to come free now to the near side. Top of the zone to Mike Matheson. Sending it down low, back on behind to the far side there from Doc. Top of the zone now to Matheson, sending it towards the net. Shot gets redirected and over to the near side corner. And going to get moved out the other way by Scheifele. Loose over to the near side. Montreal trying to control it. Taken back by Winnipeg and back by Montreal at center ice. From Suzuki across on into the offensive end to the near side. Battling for that possession, but Winnipeg gets it and takes it out the other way through center to the near side. Scheifele with the puck. Moving it around, not able to control it, but races to get it back. Down low on a pass to Iafallo. Trying to connect to the near side, now behind the net to Kyle Connor. Top of the zone, shot going to go wide. Over to the far side, Scheifele. Sending it down low again, going to be taken by Mike Matheson. Before he gets tied up now for that puck. Going to come loose, Scheifele, top of the zone to the near side. A chance, shot going to be gloved by Montembeault. A chance by Salomonson. And easily denied. Okay. So we shall see. So, near side. Battling for that puck after the draw. Comes loose, taken by Montreal. And moving it out the other way into the neutral zone. Montreal going to dump it on in behind the net there of Hellebuck to the far side. Backing across to the near. Taken by Montreal. Moving it to the top of the zone. That going to be from Doc. Sending it across. Down low. Back in. And it goes out of play. By the way, we got an official statement from Caleb Jones regarding this statement. At the time of the test, I was receiving an exosome therapy for a documented injury from an outside provider. I believe that my positive test was related to a contaminated substance associated with that treatment. While I did not use a prohibited substance intentionally or for performance enhancement, I understand that players are responsible for everything that enters their body and accept the discipline imposed by the program. I'm sorry to have let down my teammates and the Penguins organization and our fans. Unfortunately, you got to be careful, you know? So over to the far side, Demidov with a chance, down low shot. Gonna go high over to the near side. Battling along the boards, Slavkovsky not able to control it. Taken by Winnipeg through center into the offensive end on the far side. Boards down low, sending it. Gonna be taken by, ultimately, Vilardi. And to the top of the zone in front of the net, not able to connect. And moving it around the other way, here comes Montreal. Gonna be powered there by Kapanen into the offensive end, now passing across. Down low to Slavkovsky, not able to get a shot. Back in front. Top of the zone, shot gonna go high and out of play. A chance by Hudson there. Okay. So we shall see. So, ready to roll here. Okay. So, over to the far side. It's going to be taken by Hudson in the defensive end, moving it out the other way. Back across to the near side. Here come the Canadiens passing through center. Going to be deflected and taken back by Winnipeg. And over to the near side. Going to be taken over there by, going to be Nyquist. Back passing down low. Into the offensive end is going to be Montreal if they can control it, but they cannot. Over to the far side. Going to be sent by Stanley along the boards. Moved up. That's going to be taken now by Shen. Part of the Penguins deal. And going to get cleared out the other way. Here comes your race for the puck. Going to be taken there off of the stick of Noah Dobson. Passing it to the near side. That's going to be to Hudson through center to the offensive end. Wing-to-wing pass over to the top of the zone. Chance shot denied. Over to the far side. Going to be taken again by Hudson. Along the boards. Moving it out the other way is Morgan Barron. Trying to clear it up the other way. Here comes your chance, and it's going to be back in behind the net by, that going to be off the stick of Struble. To the near side, connecting with Denault. And into the offensive end, going to send it into the corner in front of the net. A chance. Not able to get a shot off there was Gallagher to the near side, tied up down low. In the corner with that puck. And trying to free it out there. In there is going to be Niederreiter for the Winnipeg Jets. Up to the top of the zone, though, taken by Montreal. Over to the far side, passing across in front, top of the zone to the point. Shot going to get redirected wide left. Over to the near side, along the boards, taken again to the top of the zone. Sent down there by Hudson. and into the corner again, moving it up towards the top of the zone, able to connect, a chance, a shot denied, wide right, over to the far side, back in behind the net to the near, along the boards, moving it around, goes back loose behind the net, gonna be played by Hellebuck to the near side, still tied up for that puck, and Winnipeg gonna clear the zone, and moving it out the other way, here comes your chance, 3-on-3 into the offensive end, and never mind, he is offside. Okay. So we shall see. Man. Let's take a look over here at a couple of other things that we have. Take a look around the rest of the NHL. See if we got any other score updates to provide. The Predators, Philip Forsberg getting a power play goal, assisted by Yossi and Marchessault. So we got another couple games starting up in about 20 minutes or so. Yeah, just taking a look here on X. We have some time. Oh my gosh, 84% of America, or 84% of the states are backing Seattle. The only states backing New England: Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, South Carolina, and Georgia. Ain't that random? Of all the states, I would have, I would have expected maybe California or Arizona just because of the division rival aspect of it. But no, it's freaking Georgia and South Carolina. Oh my gosh. So we'll see. Oh, Charlie McAvoy getting injured in a pretty big collision with the Panthers, who, by the way, are using their Winter Classic unis, and the Bruins were using their Stadium Series unis. But a chance in front of the net for Montreal, not able to connect. Along the near side boards, moving it up the other way. Going to be along the boards, top of the zone now to Matheson. Sending it towards the net, gets redirected and frozen by Hellebuck. Okay. So, we shall see here. Man. Yeah, just taking a look here. Over to the near side. And ready to go into the offensive end. And it's going to be taken back by Montreal to their defensive end. Now to the near side. Moving it up the other way. Here comes your foot race. A chance, Suzuki. Looking to move it towards the net. Passing across. A chance. Down low and not going to go. Going back in behind the net to the top of the zone. And here comes Winnipeg. But needing some help. Passing across. Wide open chance. Shot. Not able to go. Going to be denied off the body of Montembeault. Over to the far side again. Back down low. Shot. Going to be directed again. Back into the near side. Top of the zone. Able to connect around again. It's going to be a chance. A shot going to go wide left. Great shot opportunity there going to be by. That was off of Sandberg. And a chance. A shot again denied by Montembeault. Back in behind the net now is going to be Doc to the far side. Backing across to the near to the top of the zone into the offensive end. They're going to move it now. Back in behind the net of Hellebuck to the far side. Going to get played and moved out by the near side by Winnipeg. Flipping it up into the offensive end. Going to be played off by Montembeault. And he's going to cover that puck. Oh, no. Oh, no. Frank Reich. is being hired as the Jets offensive coordinator. So people on X are saying this is his third stint as an offensive coordinator. People are going to call the Jets the Third Reich. Oh my God. And of course, it's Aaron Glenn leading it. Over to the far side, getting cleared out the other way. And Winnipeg in the defensive end with that puck. Passing to the near side along the boards. Losing control of it. Going to be taken there by Lane Hudson in the defensive end across to the far side. Into the offensive end, into the corner. Going to be played to the near side by Yellowbuck. And going to be tied up for that puck along the boards. Top of the zone now. Going to be taken down into up at the point. Sending it down low behind the net. And big bodies colliding there. Bolduc in there as well. Back in behind Bolduc to the far side. Played now back down low. Going to get cleared to the top of the zone. Moved out by Winnipeg. And here comes your chance, but not a quality one. And over to the near side. Moving it out now the other way. Through center. Winnipeg gets it back. And dumps it into the offensive end. Over into the near corner down low. Hudson plays it to the far side. Back over to Hudson behind the net. Trying to move it now. Towards and just going, waiting for a little bit of time here. 2.5 minutes to play here in this second period. And here we go. So, far side corner. Bring it now along the boards, tied up for that puck. And over to the near side. Going up through center, going to be dumped back up into the offensive end. They can't get zone presence now. Winnipeg not getting zone presence. Here comes Montreal. Demidov into the offensive end on a pass, not able to fully connect. Here comes Winnipeg again. Are they going to do another dump? They're going to do another dump and not get to the puck. Oh, maybe this is a better, more, nah. Okay, no, they do get it. Top of the zone now. Looking to move it. Morrissey shot. Not going to go. Back around to the near side. Chance! What a chance! Denied by Montembeault. Someone call the cops on Sam Montembeault because he just robbed the Jets. Wow. Wow. Okay. So, ready to roll to the near side. Montreal gonna flip it out the other way. And battling into the neutral zone. Yeah, back up into the offensive end. Here come the Jets. Not able to get a clean shot opportunity off on a potential breakaway. Nice defense by Montreal. Over to the far side towards the top of the zone by Perfetti. Looking to go from Morrissey. Trying to find somewhere he can go. Taking it down low. Trying to pass around the top of the zone to create some room. Still in the offensive end. 70 seconds remain here in this period. Down low. And a big collision there. Going to send a man rolling. That man rolling was Velarde. To the near side. Velarde gets involved in that hit, but taken out now by Montreal. Cleared out the other way. Here comes your race for the puck. How's it going, Sports Predictor? Montreal Canadiens. How's it going, John? What's good, bro? That's good. Although I don't know that. I think that Montreal is home in this one. It's not. There's no way this game is being played in Winnipeg. I mean, granted, there's the Winnipeg logo at the center ice, but I refuse to believe that. With how red that crowd is.
Like the Rams?
Yeah. Over to the near side. The Canadiens trying to clear it out of the defensive end, but Winnipeg desperately keeping it in down low. Here comes your chance to the far side. Along the boards, top of the zone, going to get cleared out. Here comes your race for that puck. A nice defensive maneuver there by Shen to keep a breakaway chance at bay. And up through center, Winnipeg into the offensive end with a chance. Down into the corner, down low, passing in front. Going to be taken out now by Montreal. Matthew Stafford retires? No, he didn't retire. You're not going to get me with that one. That does take us to the end of the second period. I'm looking it up, but I don't believe you. Just saying. How is Matthew Stafford still the heavy favorite, despite the fact that Drake May is playing in the Super Bowl? I'm not complaining, but how?
For the MVP.
Yeah.
Because Drake May hasn't really been very impressive.
I guess, but I mean, polling at 91% on apps like Polymarket?
Well, do you think about what they did against Seattle? They were real close to Seattle. They're going back and forth.
Yeah. The Kings did make a move.
New England, he's not going down there and scoring and
I
passing
guess.
and all that. It's all about
Just-
the offense.
I guess. But yeah, man. But the King, I did see that move. That Artemi, I like that Artemi Panarin deal for the Kings. The Kings just basically said, "Put the Panarin in the bag," and they got him. It was that freaking easy. I mean, I honestly might make a short on that after this stream. Take that clip from SpongeBob of him like, "Put the money in the bag," and just, you know, the Kings with Panarin. Put it in. Yeah, that's exactly what the Kings did to freaking New York. A 2026 conditional third rounder and a 2028 fourth rounder. I mean, I know there was a forward swap involved, but come on, you couldn't have. The Pens got more first. Christian Jari. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. That is too funny. But I still don't believe you, Sports Predictor. I'm not seeing anything official. Oh my gosh. Also, did you guys hear the news? The breaking news today. Sports Predictor. Vince Offer is running for Congress. He's gonna use a sham wow to clean up the swamp. We watched the campaign ad earlier. He actually is running. I just find that hilarious. He even did a callback to, you know, like the chopping nuts part of the slap chop ad. But Vince Offer is running for Congress in Texas. Like, oh my gosh. I didn't realize it, but he put out his first campaign ad a couple days ago. Hold on, we'll replay the ad. We'll replay the ad so you guys can see this beautiful piece. Let me open up Edge real quick. That would be Phil Swift. I sawed these Democrats in half and put them together with the power of Flex Seal. Oh my gosh. Let me go here and pull up Vince Offer campaign ad. Oh my gosh. Because this is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious. Vince Offer campaign ad. Oh man. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. There's the hold on. There's the here's the beautiful, wonderful. Let me edit the window source. Oh my gosh, we gotta see this. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, no, that was Phil Swift, not the ShamWow guy. ShamWow guy was or the Flex Seal guy was Phil Swift. Let's shrink this a little bit now. Here's the ad. Here's the campaign ad.
Hey, it's Vince. I'm gonna soak up the swamp and pick up those liberal tears at the same time. Vote for me so I can represent the ones that can't stand up for themselves.
Vote for ShamWow!
Paid for by OfferGood ShamWow Shlomi for Congress.
Like, that's just hilarious. That is just hilarious. Like that thought is just very entertaining. But that's not the actual one. I need to copy a link address. We need to do this one.
Hey, it's Vince.
This one's a better one. This is a better one here. This is the full ad, I think. I hope.
Hey, it's Vince. I'm running for Congress against this guy. I'm gonna chop the nuts out of the woke, making less blue-haired commies and more red-blooded Americans. Vote for me so I can represent the ones that can't stand up for themselves.
Vote for ShamWow! Paid for by offer Vince ShamWow Shlomi for Congress.
Yeah, that is the full ad. He's gonna chop that guy's nuts like a slap chop. Oh. Okay. Oh my god. Bagel, bagel, stay here.
I think it's over.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, but that's too funny. Bagel, bagel, come here. Bagel, say hi to the people one last time. Come here. Come here.
It'll be like, damn, wow.
Oh my gosh. Hi. Say hello to the people. We got Jabago in the house. Zabago. There you go. Well, she's going up with Dad. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that is just, I just found that absolutely hilarious. Seeing Vince offer running for Congress. I'm just waiting now for Phil Swift. Phil Swift here with the power of Congress. I sawed these politicians in half and put them together with the power of Flex Seal. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's gonna be good. That is gonna be freaking good. Oh man. Let me see. Let me see. Man. I just bit my lip twice in a row. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But that, I just, oh my gosh. It's crazy, bro. It is crazy. Take a look around the rest of the NHL real quick. We don't really have, oh no, we do! 3 goal updates. Matt frickin' Bodie with the hat trick in the first period for Minnesota. Assisted by Quinn Hughes and Brock Faber. Make it 3-1. And then Steven Stamkos, assisted by Forsberg and Ryan O'Reilly. One of only 3 players to play without a shield anymore, or visor. Alongside Bogosian, who also plays for Minnesota. So 2 out of 3 are playing in that game. Stamkos gets that goal. And then Eric Haula gets a goal assisted by Marchessault and Pervix to tie it up at 3. We also got 2 games beginning any minute now between the Sharks and the Avalanche and the Red Wings at the Mammoth. Game at 9:30 between John's St. Louis Blues and the Dallas Stars. And then 3 games at 10 between the Oilers and Flames, the Canucks at the Golden Knights, and the Kraken at the Kings. Oh, Florida gets a shorthanded goal. Anton Lundell. Uh-oh, Piscatio. Oh, man. But we shall see. Man. Uh-oh, Stadio. Yes. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? What? What is going on in New York City? Snow removal has been so horrible that they were trying to spread out large piles of snow. What? Oh my gosh. That's crazy, man. Yeah, let's see. It is. It is. But it's just crazy that that's happening that badly. Man. Let's take again another look here on X for any news-related things we have. There's a shopping cart on top of a huge pile of snow. Ain't that funny? Man. Panarin, man, signing in the big 3 U.S. cities at various points. He has signed contracts with Chicago, New York, and L.A. Oh, boy. Stretch. And stretch. Yeah. There we go. I was like 10 feet tall. Somebody probably just pushed it up that far. Man. Oh, Jason, I got merch now. Awesome. Awesome. I thought you were shutting your channel. I thought you said you were shutting your channel. You not? Let's see. I think that's the right choice. I think that's the right choice. So, let's see. Okay, that's stupid. That is so stupid. The CFL has a rule that a missed field goal through the end zone counts as a point. So it don't matter about lateral accuracy anymore. You could win the game on a thing like that was 20,000 yards left. Can we change? That's good. Like perfect upright though, and it's not very solid. You would, but also if there's enough footing there, you can make it happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's ridiculous. The fact that you can literally, like, Tyler Loop, if the Steelers game was tied against the Ravens, Tyler Loop's kick would have won the game. Like, excuse? You can win the game on a missed kick? That is BS. That is a load of BS. Man. It's funny, but it's also BS at a point. Because, like, imagine losing the championship because the opposing team missed a kick. Yeah, they get 1 point. So imagine losing a game. Imagine losing the CFL championship because your opponent missed a kick, but just so happened to get it through the end zone. Yeah, I mean, that's just, you know, it's ridiculous. The Ravens they would have still lost, but just imagine if the Steelers game is tied, right? Imagine, let's say, Boswell makes the PAT, the Ravens go down and get a field goal, and then the Ravens somehow get the ball back. Game on the line, and Tyler Loop shanks that kick. In a tie game for the win. I just think that's a load of BS. Is it likely it's going to happen like that? No, but the fact that's even a remote possibility that a team can win on a missed kick is ridiculous. Imagine telling your kicker, hey, I don't care where it goes, just crank as much leg into it as you can. And the thing goes 30 yards right, or 50 or 40 yards right, but because it has a distance to go farther than the end zone, you still win the game. It lands up in the freaking nosebleeds right on the far side, but you still win the game. Man. Plus the CFL had field goals in front of the end zone. I mean, yeah. It's just, it's odd. It's odd. Okay. So yeah, just taking a look on X, we have some chime here. I don't find it just odd. I find it kind of stupid. Get a little reload here as we're getting ready for the third period of action. Oh, man. But I think I'm going to make 2 shorts tonight. Well, I am not able to, John, because of my work. I got to get up at like 6:45 in order to make it into the office. So the late streams on weekdays are pretty much over, unfortunately. I would love to, don't get me wrong. I really want to, but I can't. Because by the time the game ends, I have to pretty much go right to bed. I have no time to get anything else done. There's a few other things I need to get done tonight. So, that's the unfortunate thing with the new job, is I can't take as much time to do what I want to do with this. Man. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, it's a 9-hour day. I can thankfully shorten it to 8.5 if I take just a half-hour lunch, which I don't really eat lunch anyway. So, I managed to make it work like that. Like today, I didn't really eat a lunch. I just kind of worked on some channel stuff actually during lunch. I worked on editing the Discord server standings. I worked on getting things together for the stream tonight, like the ChatGPT prompts I use. So I worked on all that kind of stuff today. But over the near side, we are in the third period now. Back on into the corner towards the top of the zone, moving it up. And now going to go over to the far side. Now across the near side through center. Here comes Montreal going from left to right now into the offensive end, but they cannot control it. Going to be taken now over to the near side by Winnipeg. So, over to the far side. That's going to be Slavkovsky down low. Remember, Winnipeg from right to left, Montreal from left to right. It's crazy how much red there is here in Winnipeg tonight. Back down low over to the far side. Battling into that corner towards the top of the zone now to the near side corner. Going to connect with Dobson. Sending it towards the net. Gets redirected off to that left corner. And over into the far side. Winnipeg going to move it out the other way. Dumping it into the offensive end. Going to be played by Montembeault. Over to the far side. Into the corner. Going to get moved out now. Montreal behind the net. Over to the far side. Trying to move it on out now. Into the offensive end. A chance down low. Not able to control it, though. Winnipeg going to get it on the near side. That going to be off of the body and stick of Sandberg. Up now to the far side. Into the offensive end on a pass to the near. Cannot connect with Adam Lowry. Into the corner. Over to the far side. Going to be taken there by Struble. And again, over to the near side. Not do a Petsko. What about a period? Before the Blues. The other thing is, I don't have any assets for the game tonight. I have assets, but I don't have anything made up in terms of a thumbnail, title, description, anything like that. I don't have anything like that pre-made. But no, I mean, that's a valid question. That's something that I might make exception for on a few games. Well, Carrier going to get 2 for hooking. Winnipeg going to get themselves a power play. I mean, it's something I might consider doing in the future. You know, but I want to make 2 shorts tonight. One to go up tonight and one to go up at like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning. I want to make those tonight. One short, you know, discussing how maybe there might be problems with Winnipeg, considering how much red I'm seeing. And Montreal and Winnipeg are not directly close. So I want to make a short on that. And I also want to do the put the money in the bag Artemi Panarin trade short. A chance in front. Nice chance by the Jets. But going to be denied. And the crowd is getting excited on that save. The Winnipeg crowd is getting excited for a big save by Montembeault. Okay. So, to the near side. Shifley, a chance, a shot denied. Loose to the far side. Going to be played by Matheson over to the near side. Trying to connect. Yeah, they're halfway across Canada, and there's way too much red in this stadium for that. So, to the top of the zone now. Going to be down to the near side for Shifley. Sends it in front of the net. Chance, a shot. What a nice job by Montembeault to rob Winnipeg of that chance. Tigers get Framer Valdez. Nice. But yeah, so I'm going to make a short on that, and then I also need to make the you know. Okay. So here we go. Face-off going to be won by Montreal, or by Winnipeg, getting all the way back in behind the net there of Hellebuck. Over to the near side, going to be played there off of the stick of going to be number 64, Stanley. To the near side now into the offensive end, going to hit off of Taves, down low, trying to connect with Nemestikov. Going to be tied up into the corner now. Comes loose to the top of the zone. Going to be taken back by Montreal. Here comes your odd man rush. 2-on-3. Shot denied by Connor Hellebuck. To the near side. Going to be taken back by Winnipeg. Off of the stick there. Number 14, Nyquist. Into the offensive end. Sending it down low. A chance. Not able to maintain possession. And Montreal going to be tied up for that puck along the near side. Top of the zone now. Over there to going to be Stanley. Top of the zone pass. Stanley shot. Not able to connect. To the near side, Nemesnikov, down low, a nice shot, going to be denied by, again, Sam Montembeault. Okay. Let me see. Got a goal for Buffalo? Goal for Buffalo. I'm confused. Oh, you're talking Mammoth. But now over to the far side, across to the near, not able to connect. John Dursey with the goal for the Mammoth. Gonna be played from Morrissey to the near side into the Jets offensive end. Gonna be racing down low. Power play did expire. We get now around in front of the net towards the near side. Not able to fully connect it out the other way. Gonna get cleared out by Montreal. Now going to be taken by Winnipeg in the defensive end. Over through center off of going to be Iafallo. And back on in behind the net towards the near side they go. Going to be battling it up along the boards. Towards the top of the zone. Sent down low in front of the net. Top to the point. Going to be cleared back out into the neutral zone. Played back now to the near side. Over to the far side. Back across to the near. Going to connect off of the stick of Morrissey. Into the offensive end after a pass to the near side. That going to be Velarde. Down low on a pass shot. Denied again by Montembeau. Over to the far side. Back over to the near. Passing in front. Not able to connect with Velarde. And going the other way, here comes your 3-on-3 chance, going to be taken away by Winnipeg. Over to the near side on a pass intercepted by Montreal in the neutral zone. And going to be taken back by Dylan Sandberg in the Winnipeg defensive end. Over to the near side, trying to move it up, passing back down into the defensive end. Passing across, moving it up the far side. Trying to move it in, but going to have to play it back down low again to the near side. Trying to move it up the other way, Sandberg. Into the offensive end, the puck goes, battling for it down into the corner. Going to be played by Mike Matheson now to the far side. Going to be taken out ultimately there. Going to be off of the stick of Denault, top of the zone to the near side. Now going to be off of the stick here of Demidov into the offensive end. The puck gets sent, racing it into the corner near side. Denault there, but going to be taken back by Winnipeg into the offensive end. Off of the stick of Kyle Connor, cross ice pass. Going to be deflected back into the defensive end for Winnipeg. At the red line, getting ready to move it to the near side into the offensive end. Off of the stick here of Stanley down low, leaving it behind the net. Taken back by Montreal as Winnipeg went for a change. Montreal going to do the same. Going to be off of the stick here of Struble behind the net. Going to wait for the perfect opportunity to move it out. And over to the near side he goes. Passing it up through center and into the offensive end. Here comes Montreal. Denault going to send it in, but nobody to find. And he's going to leave it back in behind the net to the far side. Denault takes it away in the offensive end. A chance, a shot, denied off a couple bodies and taken back the other way by Winnipeg. Back into the defensive end. Going to be taken by Nemesnikov. And moving it through neutral ice. Going to be taken back by Montreal into the offensive end. Here's your chance. Down low shot, not going to go. A chance there by Jake Evans. Over to the far side. Along the boards, Winnipeg going to move it up the other way. Up on into the offensive end. He sends it and dumps it into the corner. Going to be played now by, that going to be Dobson. Behind the net. And with that puck, over to the far side. Under 13 to play here in regulation to the near side. Moving it up the other way. Here comes your chance. Evans looking for some help. Sending it down low behind the net. And going to connect again to the near side behind the net to Bolduc. Montreal trying to maintain possession in the offensive end. Jars a little bit loose to the far side, and it's going to be poked up loose, taken by Winnipeg to the near side. Here comes your chance. Dumping it up on into the offensive end, but not able to connect. Along near side boards, top of the zone. Sending it back in is Winnipeg. Over to the far side. Lowry tied up for it. Going to be battling for it in the corner. Goes loose to the top of the zone, and here comes Montreal. Over into the offensive end, going to dump it into the corner. And now back on in behind the net to the near side. Here comes your chance. Going to be Josh Morrissey with that puck to the near side into the offensive end. He sends it. No icing, battling into the corner to the far side. Tied up again for that puck. Going to get jarred loose. Shot. Not going to go. Taking it back in behind the net over to the far side. Big aggressive play by Montreal to take that puck back. And here comes a 2-on-2. Going to be a 2-on-3 actually, and poked away back into the defensive end. Montreal trying to control it at the blue line. Here comes a chance. That's going to be Iafallo. Shot denied to the far side. And Winnipeg going to get cleared out of the zone. Back over to the near side for Sandberg with that puck. In the defensive end, trying to create some room. Over to the far side. Into the offensive end, down low. Nyquist with a chance. Going to send it to the top of the zone. Over to the near side. Shot. Loose in front of the net. Going to go loose to the far side. And going to be taken now by Montreal. Over to the near side. Passing across to the far and down low. A chance. A shot. And what a save by Connor Hellebuck. Wow. Wow. If you guys are enjoying the stream, man, do me a huge favor. Drop a like, drop a sub. All is greatly appreciated, man. All is greatly appreciated. All right. So, taking a look here on X, we have a little bit of time here. Yeah, just trying to see here. Oh, man. Just taking a look, see if we got any other news to report. Okay. What? Oh. Okay. But just taking, again, another look here, see if we got any other news to be worthy of. All right. So. On near side draw in the Montreal offensive end. Montreal over one on the power play. Oh, Montreal has a power play. And here we go. Over to the far side. Winnipeg gonna clear it out. And back on in behind the net towards the near side. They get played by Slavkovsky. They pass it over to the far side, moving it around. Winnipeg could really use a shorthanded goal here right about now if they want to be alive in this race. But here we go. Into the offensive end, back on in behind the net to the near side. Top of the zone gets cleared out by Winnipeg. 1:24 to go on the power play. All right, so into the offensive end they go, over to the near side, passing to the top of the zone, passing across to the point. Down low on the far corner, moving it around, still trying to go back up to the blue line, and Montreal clears themselves out of the zone. With that puck now, 1 minute to go on the power play, 10 minutes to go here in regulation. Over to the far side, down low, here comes Montreal to the near side along the boards, flipping it up the other way, passing back to the defensive end, looking for some help. Behind the net to the far side for Kirby Doc. Back now over to the near side. Montreal not being too aggressive on this power play. They don't really have to be. You just cannot afford to let up a shorthanded opportunity. To the near side, top of the zone, cross ice pass over to the far side along the boards. Down by the circle, passing down low. Trying to move it around is Kapanen. And into the corner, Kapanen again down low. Moving it around over to the top of the zone, kept in by Montreal. And now to the top of the zone to the near side. A shot goes wide left. A chance there going to be by Gallagher, not able to connect, and Montreal clears themselves out. Over to the near side, into the offensive end, going to be off the stick of Bolduc, down low, chance shot. He shoots and scores. Not going to be a goal by number 11, Brendan Gallagher. And Montreal is going to take this game by the you-know-what. Oh, that game already went final? That's crazy, bro. 4-0 Blue Jackets over Blackhawks. Last goal, by the way, was an empty net. Sean Monahan unassisted goal. The Predators, Luke Evangelista, gonna make it 4-3 there. Assisted by Stamkos and O'Reilly. O'Reilly racking up the assists, man. 35 assists. 35 helpers. So, Montreal back on in the defensive end, over to the near side, moving it up from Slavkovsky. And going to be taken back by Winnipeg in the defensive end. Never mind. Moved back out by Montreal. Into their offensive end they go. A shot. Going to be gloved. Or not gloved, but over to the near side. It just was deflected. And around the near side. Tied up down low for that puck. 8:40 to go here in regulation. 31 shots on goal for Winnipeg. 23 for Montreal. You got Just Love saying, I've been hate watching the Bruins. If they lose tonight, at least we're only 5 points out of playoffs. That do be true. That do be true. But Winnipeg has a big problem when it comes to fan attendance. It's not even that big of a place either. It's not even that big. Isn't it like the smallest arena in the league? They're getting overrun by Canadiens fans tonight, which, by the way, are on the opposite side of the continent. Oh, there's problems in Winnipeg. Oh, man. Right, but like, isn't it among the smallest? So, yeah, but it's pretty far. It's almost like traveling from, let's say DC to Omaha. Like traveling DC to Omaha, and yet they're overrunning the entire stadium. Oh, man. So, let's see. Just kind of scrolling on X as we have some time, seeing if we got any other news to report. I think Green Bay is smaller in terms of North American pro sports city. Yeah, and the thing is that when you're a small city and you have a small stadium and you can't fill the stadium with your own fans, there's a problem. Especially considering, weren't they like filling their stadium last year towards the end of the season or around this point in the year? Are the fans really that disloyal to their own team that whenever the team starts having any hints at sucking, they just abandon them? You know what I mean? Oh, man, what do you think about the Gavin McKenna situation? It's crazy. McKenna might actually be available when the Penguins select. Potentially, depending on how high they select. The question is he going to have jail time? And that's going to be the big thing to determine. Is he drafted in the first round or is he drafted later? Yeah, Winnipeg does have the smallest. So whenever you have the smallest arena in the smallest NHL city, and you still get overrun by opposing teams' fans from halfway across the continent, there's problems. Unless you think it'll change nothing and not much will happen. If he does not get jail time, not much will happen out of it. If he does get jail time, he might go to like a 3rd round pick. Maybe a 2nd round pick. Or potentially, even if he gets jail time, there's still a chance that he's a 1st round pick. What happens is that he's drafted by a team like Vegas, or Pittsburgh, or Dallas, or Colorado. Late in the 1st round, that can afford to waste a 1st round pick on someone who can't play for 3 years. Or however long he's in jail. Because there is a chance he faces jail time. So, you got an icing here. But yeah, I mean, that's my thought on the McKenna situation. If he gets jail time, he's going to get drafted in the 1st round by a team like Colorado that can afford to waste a 1st round pick on someone who's going to be a big impact but cannot play immediately. That's kind of where I think things are going to happen. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I have Matt Boldy in fantasy, and he got a hat trick in the first period alone. That's awesome. He's got almost 7 fantasy points. So here we go. Puck going to be gloved by Hellebuck. 7:10 to go here in regulation. But yeah. Is the same thing as Carter Hart? No, I think Carter Hart's old. Yeah, so I mean, I think what's going to happen is since he's young and draftable, he could go to even a team that's kind of retooled. He could go to a team like a Pittsburgh, like an Islanders, like a Montreal, like a Boston. You know, if he gets jail time. If he doesn't get jail time, he's still going like first or second overall. If he does get jail time, he's going to get drafted by either a team that is willing to wait a few years to get their first round pick back, or by a team who can afford to let it burn in case McKenna, doesn't get a chance to play because of it. Which would be a team like Colorado. That is just so deep and so strong that they can afford it. That's what's going to happen. If he gets no jail time, then obviously he ain't going to deal with much in terms of that, But here we go. In the offensive end for Winnipeg, going to lose control of it, taken back by Montreal. Into the offensive end, in front. Not able to get a shot off there. Yeah, I mean, that whole situation just becomes interesting. What happened, what I was talking about? With Carter Hart, I'm not sure. I know he came back from was it a big injury that he wasn't able to play for because of that? What was the Carter Hart situation? Over to the far side, going to be maintained by Demidov. Down low, passing across, going to be stopped by Hellebuck. 5:51 to go in the third. But yeah, I mean, that's just kind of where I think. Okay. Taking a look here. Man. But yeah, we shall see here. Man. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Let's see. That World Junior team, I think, did some inappropriate stuff. Supposedly, what is McKenna's situation? So the McKenna situation is he was out with his team at a bar, and a fight ends up breaking out. I don't know the details of how the fight broke out, but a fight broke out, and he ended up breaking a guy's jaw. He is facing 4 charges. Those charges being... I can read them out here real quick. Let me see here. Oh man. Yeah, let me find it here. I found the thing earlier. The court document. Here it is. Okay, if I open the image in new tab, the charges are as follows. He is facing a grade 1 or a first degree felony, grade 1 felony for aggravated assault, attempts to cause serious bodily injury, or causes injury with extreme indifference. Second degree misdemeanor, an M2 grade for simple assault. And then 2 other S charges, just, those being harassment, subject to other to physical contact, and disorderly conduct engaged in fighting. So the thing is that he could face jail time just due to breaking the dude's jaw. Oh, they're pulling the goalie here, Winnipeg. Let's go ahead and put that empty net up. I mean, it might not be as bad, but at the same time, if he faces jail time, it will turn heads. I mean, a team like Winnipeg is not going to draft. You know, a team like Winnipeg is not going to draft Gavin McKenna if he's going to be in jail for the first, let's say, 5 years. Yeah, the alcohol got the better of him, but there also comes a standard where you need to, you know, the letter of the law would say that, yes, there's alcohol involved, but that's not an excuse. You were still, you know, you chose to drink the alcohol, so you're responsible for your actions while drunk. So the court could say that if they choose to send him to prison. Again, I don't know how likely it is, but it certainly is possible. So that would be a big cause for concern. And just missing the empty net. It's gonna be iced. So that's kind of the big thing. Is if McKenna is gonna be facing jail time for this, then, you know, I don't see a team like Winnipeg or like St. Louis or like Vancouver or the Rangers taking him. You know, if he doesn't face jail time, they'll eat him right up. But if he does, a team like Edmonton, Colorado, Dallas, Pittsburgh, Carolina, Tampa Bay, they could all scoop him up. Oh man, Montreal with 2 chances at that empty net, including beating out the icing, but not able to do it. The Winnipeg up on into the offensive end, but with less than 5 minutes to go, things are looking grim for them. Far side. Moving it up around the corner. Down low from Stanley in front. Chance denied. Again to the top of the zone again. Shot gonna go off the crossbar and out of play. Let's see. Man. Oh, is that true? The Blues. Wow, the Blues making a trade. Nick Bukestad traded from St. Louis to New Jersey for a mid-round pick and a prospect. According to Elliot Friedman, he is true. He is a good guy. So Nick Bukestad from St. Louis to New Jersey. I keep wanting to say Bukestad. It's Bukestad. And again, the empty net shot going to go wide. A lot of icing happening now. I don't know if it was I don't know the details of it. I just know what was reported in the arrest documents. So okay. So, ready to roll. Let them get the empty net goal so this game can be put away, please. I don't like all this icing stuff left and right. Over to the near side. We get around to the top of the zone, sending it down low, behind, into the corner. Along the near side, moving it out to the far side from Nyquist. Tied up into the corner. Yeah, I mean, it could have been self-defense, but I don't see anything saying it was in self-defense. I mean, that obviously could be lawyered out. Potentially, but I'm not seeing anything saying it was. I haven't seen anything saying it wasn't, but I haven't seen anything saying it was either. Back on in behind the net to the top of the zone. Winnipeg. Over to the near side, sending it. Shot, gonna get redirected and into the corner. Gonna be sent to the top of the zone. Wing to wing down low again. Connecting with Nyquist. In front, chance shot denied. And here comes your chance, flipping it through. And another icing with 3:08 to go here in the third. Okay. So we shall see here. Oh, man. Oh, ready to roll. 3:08 to go. Still have the empty net for Winnipeg. And gonna be up to the top of the zone. Gonna be maintained there by Morrissey. Around the far side. Shot in front. Going to be denied. 3:02 to go. But yeah, so we'll see how this affects McKenna's draft stock, though. I don't think it's going to affect his draft stock unless he faces jail time. If he actually receives jail time, he's going to go to someone who can afford to burn the pick and not get immediate response. You know, a team like Winnipeg can't really wait 5 years. And Canada and US have different laws about that. The laws are definitely different, but it's going to be prosecuted in Pennsylvania because it happened in Pennsylvania. But behind the net, now in front, it's chance denied by Winnipeg on the empty net. Over to the near side, Perfetti into the offensive end, moving it around, battling for that puck at the central ice area. Over to the near side, dumped into the offensive end, around to the far side. They battled along the corner, down low, back in behind towards the near side. To the top of the zone they go. Moving it around, back into the neutral zone, taken by Montreal. Not able to control it, though, and back on into the offensive end for Winnipeg, and flipped out by Montreal again. And another icing with 2:15 to go. Penn State, his college knows. Yeah, it's gonna be going on U.S. law because it was a case that is run by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania in State College County. Another Mammoth, Nick Schmaltz on a power play goal assisted by Hayton and Keller. Marcus Talik also getting a goal assisted by McAvoy and Lindholm. And another goal, 4-4 Bruins. They tie it up. All right. Austin battling hard against Florida. Although I want Florida to win so we don't have to fight for the wild card spot. Over to the near side. Still tied up for that puck along the boards towards the top of the zone. Montreal still not able to go for a line change. Over to the far side. Montreal trying to flip it out now. Here comes your chance, flipping it high towards the net. And wide again. They still can't go for the line change they so desperately need. Man. That is crazy. Well, Penn State, is the season over? I would assume he's probably close to done for the year at Penn State. Especially after this incident. But a chance in front. Shot going to go wide by Winnipeg to the near side. Under 2 minutes to go. And Winnipeg's going to have the two-man advantage, so they're going to go on the power play. Okay. I would say probably. I mean, I don't know that Penn State would say, "Oh yeah, no, you can still play with looming charges of felonious assault." For the first time in history, Cuba reached freezing today? Oh my gosh. Oh, we got a timeout, Winnipeg. "32 degrees in Cuba." Okay. Man. Oh, ready to roll. Man. So, top of the, or near side face off to the top of the zone with the 2-man advantage for Winnipeg. Over to the near side board, sending it down low. This power play probably taking it to the end of the game, I would imagine. Unless Montreal gets a shorthanded empty netter. Taken back by Winnipeg in the defensive end. Oh. Over to the far side. And battling it behind the net towards the near side. 1:22 to go here in regulation. A shot from the corner going to go wide left after being redirected now to the top of the zone again. Across ice. Now remember, if Montreal goes for the empty net and misses, they're not called for icing. So back on over to the far side along the boards. And now that puck going to get cleared out by Montreal, missing the empty net. I would presume Penn State would have enough players to fill in. Now back up into the offensive end. Here's your chance on the far side, down low, back to the top of the zone. Working with it to the near side, a chance. Moving it down low, a chance passing in front, not able to connect. Over to the far side, gets cleared out by Montreal, and just barely missing the empty net. 37 seconds to go here in regulation on this one. And moving it out is going to be Scheifele. Over through center into the offensive end. He goes on the far side boards, taking it down low with a chance. In front, not going to connect. Up to the top of the zone, sending it down low again, passing across, not able to connect. Less than 20 seconds to go. Cleared out by Montreal. And here comes your empty net goal. Gonna make it 5-1. Here is going to be number 24, Philip Denault. Wow. Oh, and he hit the linesman too. They hit the linesman on the way for that. All right, so 13.2 to go, and Montreal has officially iced this game with 13.2 seconds and a 4-goal lead. Again, this is our last hockey game before the Olympic break. So we will still be live for some other events. Don't get me wrong. I think we're going to try to go live for some curling this weekend. So we'll be ready for some Olympic curling over the weekend. I'm excited for that. Probably Saturday will be a lot of curling. Sunday we might do some curling. But with that, this game does go final. The final score is the Montreal Canadiens 5, the Winnipeg Jets 1. Shots on goal are 27 for Montreal and 37 for Winnipeg. And Winnipeg has a lot of questions to ask and answer as they go into this Olympic break. Their next game will be, let me go ahead and pull up the schedule real quick. Can't score, the puck goes in directly off a referee. Exactly, it didn't. It bounced off a referee, got taken up by Denault. And then Denault punched it in. But the next games for these teams will be, let me go ahead and get dates for you. The Montreal Canadiens will play their next game after the break, going to be on February 26th against the Detroit Red Wings at 7 p.m. Eastern. And as for the Winnipeg Jets, they're going to play on the 25th of February, the first day back from the break, at 10 p.m. Eastern against the Vancouver Canucks in Vancouver. Maybe, just maybe, Winnipeg can get a win there, but we'll see what happens. That being said, though, I do think I am going to wrap up this stream here. If you guys did enjoy the game, or the stream, or the coverage, let me know by dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. While we won't be live for NHL hockey, we'll do some hockey for the Olympics, and we'll do definitely some coverage of some curling. I'm hoping to do some of that this weekend. And with that, let's see, no chance you can switch over to Florida and cover the end of that game? Probably not, John, because I do need to get some stuff done, and it's I gotta get ready to start winding down by about 11. So I got like just over an hour to make 2 shorts and schedule them. So probably not, John. Let's see. Is it? Well, let me take a look at it here. We'll see. You know what? Why not? We'll see what happens. We'll go for a little bit on that. We'll go for a little bit on that for Florida. I'll cover a little bit of Florida versus Boston. We'll see what happens depending on how long that goes. Just to kind of hang around a little bit. Wait a minute. Why did I open ESPN again? Number 5 left just went to break. So let me go over to TNT. TNT. What channel is that? We'll flip over to TNT just for a little bit for the rest, I guess, of the Bruins game. Boston going to be going on a power play. We'll do a little bit of that coverage before we wrap it up. A little bit of bonus coverage. Okay. Means I'm going to take a little bit of a look here. Whoa! Apparently the Kings were the only team that Panarin wanted to go to. So the Rangers had to work with them. That's, oh my gosh, Panarin just screwed the Rangers. That's funny. And I don't blame them because they turned around and said, hey man, you're not going to be on the team anymore. We're willing to work with a trade partner for you though. He's like, okay, I just want to go to one team and you have to work with it because of my no move clause. Oh, that's funny. So the Kings had all the leverage in that. They basically said, hey, if you want to get something for them, take it or leave it. This is what it is. That is according to Molly Walker, and Puckpedia reposted it. Okay. So here we go. So we got Pasternak out there. We got 5-on-4 play for the Boston Bruins. The Bruins in their Stadium Series unis. The Florida Panthers in their Winter Classic unis. I like that they use it more than just one game. You know, like those are some, those are nice throwback unis. The Florida Panthers ones. I don't want to play on LA. It's Panarin. Panarin's only signed contracts with Chicago and New York before that. So he likes playing in the big cities, I guess. But over to the far side, moving that puck around. Middlestat back down low into the corner. Gonna send it around the near side from Pasternak to the top of the zone. Zadorov down low, back over to Pasternak. Up to the top of the zone, trying to pass it across now. Gonna hit Charlie McAvoy to the near side. Over down low along the boards. Middlestat trying to find some help, sending it over to the near side. Not able to connect, and Florida on a short-handed chance. Reinhart gonna take it down low. Shot denied. Over to the near side. Here comes Middlestat. It was Eetu Luostarinen. Got 2 minutes for high sticking was that penalty. And over the other way, through neutral zone is Pasternak. Over to the near side, trying to move it around. That's gonna be Victor Arvidsson. Exactly, big U.S. cities. The cool thing is I'm actually learning these names so that like I can talk most of these Bruins on the ice. McAvoy down low to Middlestat. I'm not using a call sheet. I don't even have the call sheet out for him. Arvidsson not able to punch it in. Now going to punch it across ice. That's going to be to Pasternak. Trying to move it around the top of the zone, or neutral zone. Cross ice over to the far side. Moving it around. Middlestat passing over to the near side. Arvidsson into the offensive end. Not able to punch it in. Geeky now going to get that puck into the defensive end right there near his net at the red line. 38 seconds to go here on the power play for the Bruins. Nico Mikkola at the red line for Florida. Gonna leave it over the near side. Moving it out across, back over to the far side. Into the offensive end go the Bruins. That's going to be by Minton down low to the near side. Trying to connect it along to Steves to the top of the zone. Able to send it over to the near side. Lindholm over across ice again. Down low to the near side. Had a wide open chance. Couldn't bury it. Now up to the top of the zone. Not able to control it. Taking it out the other way. Here comes your chance. Down low is going to be AJ Greer. Not able to control it in the offensive end. Taken back to the near side. Power play expires. Over to the near side. Battling for that puck. Tied up into the offensive end. A chance. And never mind. We got a hand pass behind the play and not Pasternak, but who was that? Lusterinen basically downing one of the players on Boston. Isomolt was just downed. I just find it crazy that I'm actually like memorizing these now. Like, I guess I've covered the Bruins enough where I can just remember. You know, like I'm doing that a little bit more here and there, which is like really cool for the teams that you guys have seen a lot on this channel. It's starting to click. It is really starting to click, and that is awesome to see. It's a cool thing to not have to worry about it. Think you can name a player if I give you a random team and jersey number? Probably not. Probably not if we're talking the random, like any player. But go ahead and shoot me one. We'll see. If it's a team I haven't covered a lot, probably not. Like if it's the Jets, or if it's, you know, the Islanders, or something like that, you know. The Avalanche. You know, teams I've only covered like once or twice is tough to see. Over to the far side, battling along the boards, but shoot me one, John. And, oh, that's easy. That's Sidney Crosby. That is Sidney Crosby. Back on in behind the net. Florida moving it out the other way to the near side. Trying to pass it across to the far side. Dumping it up into the offensive end and taken back by Boston to the near side. Into the offensive end down low. Taken back by Florida. Flames 91. Oh, that's, is that Nazem Kadri? Is that Nazem Kadri, number 91 on Calgary? Over to the near side. Florida trying to move it out the other way. I could be wrong on that one. I'm not feeling as confident. But down around into the corner, down low. Moving it up the other way now. Here comes your chance. Kachuk across ice pass to the offensive end. Florida with a chance. Down low. Shot by Bennett. Not able to connect. That's correct. Let's freaking go, boys. The puck goes up into the netting. Let's see. I'm not going to cheat, but I'm going to use this to check my answers once they're in. I'm going to use it to check my answer once they're in. Oh my gosh. Those two stay out. All right, so we got a near side draw here in the Florida offensive end. And now to the top of the zone. Boston going to try and move it the other way. This is testing me. I need to think of ones that I know. Oh, man. So over to the far side, getting ready to move it out of the defensive end. And we got a whistle for offside. 52.2 to go here in the third. In the meantime, I am going to move some of these call sheets back to their homes. I'm not going to need them for like a month. JKLM. T goes after MI. 13 on the Rangers. 16 is Trocheck. 13, I can visualize it. Panarin was 10. Trocheck is 16. 13. Oh my gosh. That's not LaFerriere, is it? That's not LaFerriere, is it? Or Lafreniere? Lafreniere? Yeah! Let's go! 97. Okay, now Minnesota I've only covered like once or twice. I'm not getting that. Oh my gosh. I can guarantee you I cannot get that one. But now we are hitting the end of the third here, the end of regulation. Wait, would that be Kirill Kaprizov? It just hit me. Kirill Kaprizov? My best guess. Let's go! Let's freaking go! The funny thing is, I would have not known any of these just 5 months ago. 5 months ago, I knew none of these. So it's just really crazy to see that happening. Took me a minute on that one. But whenever it hit me, I'm like, no, that's Kirill Kaprizov. All That's a perfect 4 for 4.
Whatever it is.
Now that is crazy. Oh, that's easy. Drew Doughty. That's freaking Drew Doughty. I don't even need to look at my notes for that one. And number 11 on LA, that is Anze Kopitar. Oh, man. Oh, boy. That's just crazy, man. Oh, I should probably take off the power play because this game went final. It's hard to think of ones that I know, too. 73, that's Charlie McAvoy. I knew that one, too. Man. That is 6 for 6. That's the thing is that just from sheer repetitions. I mean, I still use the call sheets for every team except for the Penguins because I don't feel confident top to bottom. But some of the stars, 7 Ottawa, that's Brady Tkachuk, isn't it? Yeah, Brady Tkachuk's number 7. I'll double check that one. You don't need to correct me on that. I'm gonna double check that. It's Brady Tkachuk though, if I'm not mistaken. We just covered them the other day. Yep. Man, Florida 2-2 in overtime, 3-1 in a shootout. Boston 2 of 2 in a shootout, 6-2 in the regular season or in overtime. So here we go, taking it back down low is going to be Gustav Forsling back on in behind the net. Pasternak playing aggressive press there. Florida with possession. Moving it out the other way, up on into the offensive end. Here comes your chance, down low, shot denied. Over to the near side, taken now. That going to be off of the stick here of Kuznetsov. 50 St. Louis, that is Cairo? But here comes Reinhardt on a breakaway chance. Across to the far side, going to be poked away. That's Cairo, isn't it? 50? And a nice shot and an even better save by Joonas Korpisalo. Let me check that one. That one I'm not confident on. I think we've only covered the Blues like once or twice this year. Oh no, 50's Benny. Drats. Yeah, it's Benny. Benny boy. You see, I'm thinking skaters, not goalies. That's where you got me. I was thinking all skaters, but a nice job by Kuznetsov to break that pass up. Man. You got near side draw, Kuznetsov, ready to take the draw here. 28 St. Louis. That is... I know Snuggerud's in the 20s. Cairo, I think, is actually, now I think about it, I think Cairo's 25. That could have been a tripping, but they're not going to get the call. In the offensive end, Bennett now with the puck, trying to move it around. Cairo 25 is right, yep. Okay, a chance in front, denied. Is Snuggerud 28? I thought he was like 21, but he could be 28. Snuggerud's the only other name I could think of on St. Louis that's in the 20s. Let's see. No, Snuggerud. I thought Snuggerud was like 21. He is 21. I don't know 28 St. Louis. I don't even know if he's on the roster. He's not on my call sheet, that's for sure. So he's someone that was either injured or... Yeah, I couldn't tell you. A nice chance there by Morgan Geekie on the far side. Puck does go out of play. 3:09 to go in the period. Man. Yeah, I can tell you now, I could certainly not get that one right. 28 St. Louis. I don't even have my call sheet. So... Here we go, ready to roll. 3:09 to go here in the overtime period. Huh. Nathan Walker, okay. The top of the zone, here goes McAvoy with the puck. Taking it back into the defensive end. Boston trying to work it out. And over to the far side, Middlestat. Middlestat back down to the... That's going to be over the far side, working it up into the offensive end, passing back to the defensive end. Now into the offensive end, Pasta, passing back. No one else is there. How's it going, Colin? We're doing a little bit of bonus coverage of Boston, Florida to wrap up my NHL coverage before the Olympic break. Pasternak passing across down low from McAvoy. And the puck gets cleared out the other way. Here comes your race for the puck. Utah number 9. That's Cooley? Logan Cooley? We've only covered Utah once, and we haven't covered Cooley at all, but I think Logan Cooley is number 9. Let's see. No, Clayton Keller. Yeah, we only covered Utah like once or twice. But they're going to call icing on that. Middlestat might have beat out Gustav Forsling, but no, they're going to say icing. Yeah, that's Clayton Keller. Now we're starting to get into the teams where I don't cover them that often. So I don't, I think I only covered like 2 or 3 Utah games this whole year. I've covered Boston probably close to like 5 times. Huh. So here we go. Over the far side. And that's going to be top of the zone. Worked by Forsling to the near side. Moving it from the top of the zone down low. Gustav Forsling. Canadiens 5, Jets 11. Well, we're covering overtime here of Boston, Florida. Top of the zone. Forsling over to Bennett. Bennett working, trying to find some room. Gonna take it back into the neutral zone. Oh, 21 Dallas. Isn't that Robo? A nice shot by Kachuk. Isn't 21 Dallas Robo? Yeah, Clayton Keller. Yeah, 21 is Robo. Yes, sir, Todd. We're testing my knowledge while covering overtime because I'm starting to learn more of these players, but it is Robo. I did just verify. Yeah, Keller is number 9 with the Mammoth. That is correct. That is correct. We are testing my knowledge because I have not covered Utah that much, but a 2-on-1 chance into the offensive end. Shot, rebound, chance denied. What a job by Bobrovsky in net tonight. Over to the top of the zone, Minton able to connect with Lindholm. Hampus Lindholm down low, looking for some help. Moving it around the boards, top of the zone, going to connect, and Kustadinov going to lose the zone. Getting it back into the defensive end, and 1 minute to go here in overtime. Ready to roll. Blues goal, blank from 19 and 72 on the assist. Oh, man. I could not tell you those. And Canadiens absolutely dominated. That game did go final. We're covering overtime of Boston, Florida in the time being. And over to the near side. Forsling going to move it out. No, wait, if you need jersey numbers, let me know. I can Google them for you. Oh, it's good. I'm in this overtime period. They have actually the bottom bar, but I have a lot of these teams memorized. At least a lot of these 2 teams, especially Boston. I've covered them enough. But for Hagee, up into the offensive end, going to pass over to the near side. We're Rodriguez looking to find some help. Rodriguez passing to Belinsky's, moving it in, down low, trying to find a shot, kicked away by Yunus Korpisalo. Over to the far side, tied up for that puck. And actually, the cool thing is, Todd, right in here, so we did just hit the end of overtime. We're going to a shootout. But in this binder, I got call sheets. I could pull out the call sheets, but I'm just choosing not to pull out the call sheets for this game. Because, again, I'd be pulling it out for, like, overtime in a shootout, and then putting it right back. So I do have that all set up. I appreciate the offer though. But the cool thing is that as I've been covering teams this year, I'm learning a lot more about who's on what team and who's what number. Especially centers, I know most of them since I worked there. Well, that's really cool, man. That is really cool. That's almost like me with the Penguins because we cover as many Penguins games as I can. So whenever I'm covering Penguins versus anyone, I just don't use the Penguins call sheet. Like I could spit off their standard line formation right now. Top line, 17 Rust, 87 Crosby, 67 Raquel. Second line, 59 Chinikov, 18 Tommy Novak, and 71 Evgeny Malkin. Third line is number 16 Justin Brazeau, 81 Ben Kindle, and 39 Anthony Mantha. Fourth line, 46 Lizotte, 55 Achari, and 19 Dewar. Second line, or defensive pairs, you got 65 Carlson, usually paired up with 28 Wotherspoon. I know Solovyov is now number 7, the newest Penguins defenseman. Usually Shea, number 5 Shea, is paired up with either 75 Clifton, 27 Graves, or number 3 Jack St. Ivany. And usually Chris Letang, number 58, is paired up with number 77 Brett Kulak. Goalies are 74 Stuart Skinner and 37 Artur Shilovs, with number 1 Sergei Murashov down in the AHL. They also got number 13, Kevin Hayes, in the backups as needed for forwards. I mean, that's just something that, you know, I've learned that as I've done time covering these games. But Anton Lundell going to take the first shootout shot here for Florida. Working to his right, now down to his left, down low. Going to wrap it around, takes the shot, and he punches it in. I know most of the Canadiens since they were my team growing up in Quebec. That's cool. I would struggle with the Blues numbers. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is that you have to be in it a lot in order to actually memorize it. Like the reason I know these players, like these numbers, especially for Boston, I've covered a lot of Boston. There we go, Victor Arvidsson with that puck from his right down low, going in on Bob, gonna flip it over to no, it flipped in! It flipped in off Bobrovsky. That is the weirdest goal. That is the weirdest shootout goal. Victor Arvidsson takes the shot, gets denied by Bobrovsky, and then punches in off his own pad. Bobrovsky kicked the puck into his own net, inadvertently, but he did. Oh my gosh, it was going to land just short of the net, and he inadvertently kicks it in. Sam Reinhart now on the shootout attempt here for Florida. Ready to go, taking it from center, moving out to his right, back over to his left, getting down low on Korpisalo's shot. Easily denied by Joonas Korpisalo. What, Robo got a goal? The Penguins' next top liner. A nice, easy save by Korpisalo. Hit it right in the middle of the body. So here we go, Murat Kuzendinov. 1 goal, 2 attempts on shootouts this season for him. Moving it to his right, going through the circle, down left, down tight shot. Easy denial in the 5-hole by Bobrovsky. All right. Let's see here. Oh, Matthew Tkachuk now with a chance to give Florida the edge. In this shootout, taken down low. Shot. And he is denied by Joonas Korpisalo. So a chance here for the Bruins to end it with David Pastrnak. And here we go. Or no, it's Charlie McAvoy. I thought it was going to be Pastrnak, but no, it's Charlie McAvoy with a chance to win it. Moving it into the round 3 of the shootout, taking it down low. Shot easily poked away by Bobrovsky. We are now going into sudden death rounds of shootouts. And here we go, starting it out with round number 4. Bobrovsky able to get an easy save. So Brad Marchand now ready to roll, going with a lot of speed, down low on Korpisalo. Shot, he scores! And here we go. This is it. This is for the game. I presume this is where Pasta comes out. Either Pasta or Geeky, one of the two is coming out here for Boston. You gotta think. You need the goal. Trust your biggest scorer. Shabbat's like 40-something, I thought. But Middlestat trying to keep the shootout alive. He shoots. He's denied. And Florida is going to get the win at home against the Boston Bruins in a shootout. He used to be coached by Glenn Richardson when I played hockey, which is Luke Richardson's father who used to coach Canadiens. That's really cool, man. That is really cool. With that being said, with this game going final, I have a few things I need to get done tonight so that you guys... Uh-oh. Where did the ring go? I have no clue where the ring went. I accidentally threw the ring and I can't find it. That's a problem. Oh, there it is. Okay. But yeah, with that being said, I do have a few things I need to get done so that you guys can get some content coming out here in the next couple days. So if you guys did enjoy the stream, drop a like, drop a sub. Always appreciate it. We will be going live for some Olympic curling, I think, on Saturday. Keep your eyes peeled tomorrow. Probably tomorrow evening streaming schedule is going to come out, if I'm being honest. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And with that, I will catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one. Good night, John. Good night, Doug.